On. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the final of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. The Tanveer Afzal-led Pakistan Association and the Jamie Atkinson-led KCC. I'm sure you're dying to find out exactly what happened at the toss. I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer. Let's find out what happened at the all-important toss. It's the final of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. We've got both the captains, KCC's Jamie Atkinson and PACC's Tanveer Afzal, out in the middle. We're all ready for the toss. There's all to play for. Third umpire Gandhi. Who's got the coin?
Home team.
Fantastic. Tanveer, give it a spin.
Flower. Flower is the call. And it is flower.
Flower is the call. Flower it is. Jamie, you won the toss?
Yeah.
Perfect. Jamie, you won the toss. What is your decision?
We're going to have a bowl first.
It's the final of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. We've got both the captains, KCC's Jamie Atkinson and PACC's Tanveer Afzal, out in the middle. We're all ready for the toss. There's all to play for. Third umpire Gandhi. Who's got the coin?
Home team.
Fantastic. Tanveer, give it a spin.
Flower. Flower is the call. And it is flower.
Flower is the call. Flower it is. Jamie, you won the toss?
Yeah.
Perfect. Jamie, you won the toss. What is your decision?
We're going to have a bowl first today. Looks, wicket hasn't been used yet. It's quite a short boundary on one side, so try and keep them down to a reasonable total first up and knock them off this afternoon, hopefully.
No doubt. And any changes to your 11?
No, we're going in with the same 11 we've had for the last couple of games. Good to have a bit of stability in the side, and hopefully these are the 11 that gets over the line.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big subplot coming into this game, of course. Big final, lots to play for. But we have a bit of a green pitch as well. Does that affect your strategy in any way?
I think, to be honest, the wickets are always really good at Mission Road. I think that with a little bit of extra grass, probably be a little bit more carry today, and probably a pretty good batting surface for both innings, really. We just thought maybe tried to keep the score down to begin with, and then knock them off.
Absolutely. Best of luck, Jamie.
Thank you.
Tanveer, if you could could join me up here. Tanveer, you did not win the toss. If you did win, would you have also batted first?
Well, to be honest, we would like to bat first if we won the toss, because we have some decent wins from last couple of games.
Yeah, absolutely. You're undefeated in the tournament so far, and a big reason for that has been your bowling attack. Numbers-wise, you've been the best bowling team in the tournament so far. And similar question, with the green pitch today, does that affect your strategy in any way?
No, as I said, if we won the toss, we bat first, so it doesn't matter, because I hope pitch will stay safe in second inning, and we have decent bowling attack, so they can, if we put decent total, they can stop them.
Yeah, no doubt. And before I forget, any changes to your 11?
Same team, we just want to keep the winning momentum.
Absolutely. Best of luck, Tanveer.
Thank you.
So there you have it. The news from the middle is KCC have won the toss, and they're going to have a... So there you have it. The news from the middle is KCC have won the toss, and they're going to have a bowl first. So both captains getting exactly what they wanted. PACC, captained by Tanveer Afzal, saying, hey, you know what, we would have had a bat as well. So no harm done. Both teams getting exactly what they wanted. And we see Nazakat Khan, the national men's team skipper, in the commentary box. He's not going to be jumping behind the mic. For today, you're going to have to deal with me, Jay Singhani. I've been commentating throughout the tournament. And we have a celebrity in the house, Mr. Aaron Bush, a.k.a. Tripperhead. He's joined us in the commentary box today.
Good afternoon, Jay. Good afternoon, viewers. Yes, how exciting! It is the Premier League final. Pakistan Association Cricket against KCC. Now, this is going to be a good game, right? Because
Absolutely.
Pakistan has not lost a game, whereas KCC are now on a run. They've had two big wins.
Yeah.
And so I'm interested to see how this is going to turn all out, right?
Mate, absolutely. The two best teams in the competition. It's not a controversial statement. There's a reason they're in the final. Pakistan Association and KCC. A relatively close game, actually, when they first met in the group stage. KCC, they fought back hard, but too many runs on the board on that occasion. And of course, a big player for Pakistan Association will be Yasim Murtaza right up top. He's been aggressive, attacking the power play in every single game. And of course, he's a genuine all-rounder, plays for the national team, a left-arm spinner. The best left-arm spinner in the country, arguably. And I'm sure you're waiting to find out exactly what these playing 11s are. So I'm going to run you through the playing 11s. For KCC, we have Aizaz Khan, Atiq Iqbal, Babar Hayat, Chris Carter, Dan Pascoe. We have the captain, Jamie Atkinson, of course, Jay Davidson, Mudassar Hussain, the leg spinner, Muhammad Khan, the left arm spinner, Simandeep Singh, and Waqas Barkat. And of course, for PACC, we've got Hafiz Khan. Yep, we do have Hafiz Khan. That's right. Ehsan Nawaz, Hamid Khan, Hassan Muhammad Khan, Manjinder Singh, better known as Sunny Singh, Rawaid Ehtasham, Muhammad Waheed is in fact in the team. Yes, there you go. Nasrullah Rana, Tanveer Afzal, the skipper, and of course that name we were talking about, Yasim Murtaza, followed by wicket-keeper batter Zishan Ali. Look at that. And it's going to be Yasim and probably Zishan Ali walking out to bat. We are 3.5 minutes away from kickoff. Seems like a strange word to use, kickoff.
But it is. It's going to be a great game. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day down here in Kwong. If you want to come down and watch, you can. You just head on down to the ground. There's seating, and you can watch the action live. Otherwise, keep listening and watching here live on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to help us grow the word about cricket in Hong Kong and associate cricket, share the link to this live stream with your friends and family on Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever social media platform you use. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm on YouTube. I'm going to press that share button. Oh, look at that. WhatsApp icon. There you go. I'm going to go share this in the family group chat. I want to get as many people watching this as possible. All to play for, Aaron.
Yep.
It's the big final.
Yep, it's the top. This is going to be great. T20 cricket at its best in Hong Kong. You're not going to see two better teams playing in the sunshine in Hong Kong right now, live on YouTube and Facebook. The umpires are heading out to the wicket. The batsmen are going to come out shortly. Pakistan Association cricket team heading out as well. KCC heading out, who are bowling. And then we'll wait for the batsmen, and the game should be underway very shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. And mate, I'm going to put you on the spot right now. I want you to pick a favourite.
Well, that's tough, okay? Because you've got the unbeaten Pakistan team versus the resurgent KCC team. It'll all come down to maybe a couple of players in each of the team. We've got our stars in both teams, so I can't pick it. It's harder to pick than a broken nose, this is. I'm going to have to watch the game and see what happens. How about you, Jay? What's your money on?
Mate, I'm going PACC. Batting first, runs on the board. Statistically speaking, the best bowling lineup in the tournament. And they're going to be defending, well, let's see what they have to defend. It's Yasim Murtaza and Sunny Singh walking out to bat. Sunny Singh, fresh off a half century last week, right here at Tin Kwong Road.
The big Namibian nightmare's warming up, it looks like, having a first over. So here we go. It's almost game time.
Mate, it's already a fascinating contest. We've got the tall Jay Davidson and a very grassy wicket. I was out there for the toss. I noticed it was very, very green.
It is very, like you can see on YouTube or Facebook, you can see it's almost the colour of the grass next to it. So the ball might nip around a fair bit. We'll see what the fast bowlers can get out of it. And with the new ball, we're coming up for the first ball very shortly.
Yeah, mate, and one thing that Jamie did mention at the toss, it's a good wicket for batting. It usually is here at Mission Road. And I think he wants to exploit that grass on the pitch. And of course, another subplot is the fact that this is a short, straight boundary.
KCC running with two out in the power play, one out at deep square leg, and looks like one down at deep third man. So not a lot of coverage for any big shots, especially straight down the wicket or on the offside over the infield. Here we go, first delivery of the final.
Jay Davidson coming over the wicket to the left-hander. That's a full toss down the ground. He's timed that well, but a fantastic bit of fielding. Is that Babar Hayat? Absolutely. Big Babar into the action, first ball.
He seems to be a ball magnet. Last week, doesn't matter whether he was batting and hitting sixes over the fence or he was in the field taking catches, he was just a ball magnet. It was the Bubba show last week. If Bubba performs again today, KCC might be in with a chance.
Tell you what, this is probably Babar Hayat's favorite ground in Hong Kong. Second ball. Good areas, another good piece of fielding. KCC, they've come to play.
Well, there is no tomorrow, Jay. This is the final, so you have to bring your A game. And so far, KCC fielding very well. Davison getting a good line and length going. So at the moment, keeping him scoreless after the first two balls.
It was good bounce and carry as well in those first two deliveries. Well, the second delivery, not so much with the first, which was a full toss. But of course, mid-on and mid-off, both up in the circle. We see that quite often from this end. Yasim Murtaza, I feel like he's going to go big. He does. That's pulled in front of square, but
that's where they have coverage.
Absolutely.
Davidson bowling to his field there with only two out of the circle. Kept it to a single.
Halfway through the first over, if you're just joining us, it's KCC that won the toss and decided to have a bowl first. PACC said, hey, you know what, we don't mind. We're going to bat first anyway. And we already see a slip in position here for Sunny Singh. It's Jamie Atkinson stationed at that first slip region.
Same field setup, just with a the left-right combination. They've just pushed back the deep square leg and deep third man. One slip in.
Here we go, a 5-4 offside field. Tucked away off his hips. Sunny Singh is now off the mark. Both openers off the mark. 2 runs on the board. And I believe we have 2 balls left in the first over.
2 to come. That was a good single, that one. He just pushed it into the little gap, made the fielders come into it. Easy single. Good way to get off the mark.
You can see on your cameras right now, Yasim Murtaza eyeing up those gaps on the leg side. There's deep mid-wicket in place. He's bowling good areas here, Jay Davidson. He's barely put a foot wrong so far.
Well, he seems to have put 1 foot wrong. He's getting a talk to from the umpire about where he's running through, perhaps. But that's the only foot he's put wrong this over. It's been a very good over. Only 2 off it to start the innings. 2 with 1 ball to come.
You know, I'm interested to see how the pitch plays when they're bowling from the other end. The covering of grass is not as generous if they're bowling from the other end. Here we go, last ball of the first over. Jay Davidson, can he close things out with the wicket? It's tucked away on the leg side. Turns down single, and wisely so. A good end to the first over. It's 2 for none after 1. There you go, a sedate start here for the Pakistan Association Cricket Club. But both Sunny Singh and Yasim Murtaza off the mark. And we've got Atiq Iqbal, the accurate Atiq Iqbal, bowling from the other end. That's driven a little bit uppish. And both these PACC batters, they love going for it in the power play. They're just being frustrated a tad.
Yep, the balls are usually a good length. They're cramping them a little. So it's good bowling so far for KCC.
It's a 5 for fields taken by the cover fieldsman. So that pressure we were talking about showing on the broad shoulders of Sunny Singh. He walks back to the dugout after just scoring that solitary run.
Good bowling, good fielding by KCC. The pressure was building there. You could see that they were looking around. It was cramping. It was hard for the batsmen to get into their groove, and there we go, wicket. Pakistan now 2 for 1.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And there were signs that we were going to see something like that happen. Like we said, both these batters, they love attacking the power play. Sunny Singh, I don't think there was anything wrong with the intent, in fact. He just did not quite get the elevation on it.
Picked out Pascoe in the field. It was an easy catch. KCC get their first wicket. Now we can see how they go against the new batsman.
Picked out Pascoe. Some fancy alliteration.
He's a very smart man, Dan Pascoe.
Yeah, no doubt.
Professor of law, I believe. And a good catch.
Yeah, no doubt. He's actually quite fit for his age as well. In his late 30s right now. I don't think he's going to appreciate me pointing that out. But no, Dan Pascoe, up there is one of the best left-arm spinners in the country.
He bowled very well last week, actually. Really kept the pressure on. Good length, good line. All right, back live. New batsman's in.
The new batsman, of course, is Zishan Ali. Still a slip in position. That's a full toss. That's driven. Ooh, bit of a misfield there from Babar. And that allows the batters to scamper through for a single.
That's not what we expect from the Bubba show. A bit of a misfield. Maybe he's just getting warmed up. Early days in the Premier League final. Thanks to Gencor.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much to Gencor, the title sponsors for the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. And Gencor, of course, have been so supportive of cricket in Hong Kong and even the women's game for an extended period of time. Gencor, we would not be able to do this without you. That's driven down the ground. Has he found the gap? Absolutely. It's going to be the first boundary here for PACC. Yasim Murtaza didn't even bother moving for that one.
Right off the middle of the bat. It was full. He gave it the what it deserved, straight down the ground. First boundary of the game. I'm sure we're going to see a few more coming up.
Mate, I love to see boundaries. I know a lot of people like a fair contest between bat and ball, but it's the power play. I want to see batting teams going at 10 runs and over. Oh.
That was a good comeback from him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Atiq Iqbal, probably one of the most accurate bowlers in Hong Kong. Doesn't have a lot of pace, but he was selected in that Asia Cup and Asia Cup qualifier squad. Played just one game, I believe. But Atiq Iqbal, if he can do well here, I'm sure we're going to see him in the All-Star Series, and that brings him one step closer to national honors. Look at that. Atiq Iqbal beating one of the best batters in the country to close out the second over. It's 7 for 1 after 2. So Aaron, you've been down at KCC the last couple of weeks. I've been stationed here at Tin Kwong Road, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of KCC. We'll get back to it after this delivery, but I want to know your thoughts on this KCC lineup. Here we go, Jay Davidson to continue. Looking for that second wicket. Ooh, look at that, the corridor of uncertainty, left alone by Zishan Ali. Like I said, Aaron, just tell us a little bit more about KCC and what we can come to expect from them.
Well, like I said in the pre-show, they're building. They lost here, I believe, to Pakistan, and it was an easy-ish run chase, and they couldn't chase it down, so they got a bit of nightmares about that. Next delivery from Davidson.
Slip still in position. Quick single. Good understanding between these two as well. So important. If you're unable to pick up those boundaries, at the very least you keep that strike rotating. But coming back to your point, that game that KCC lost to PACC was actually, well, right in KCC actually. It wasn't here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So that's one of the few games that I was commentating on rather at KCC, getting a bit tongue-tied in the comm box. Over the wicket, Jay Davidson. Oh, look at that. He charges down the track, but a play and a miss. Yasim Murtaza, you can see him just walking away, gathering his thoughts. And he's not used to this, Yasim. Used to getting off to those quick starts.
Yeah, so after that loss, 2 weeks ago, KCC was up at Hong Kong Cricket Club, where it was a batting, just beautiful. It scored over 100 off 30 runs, basically, to end it. Davidson again.
Oh, look at that. Bit of a leading edge. Lands in no man's land, but I gotta say, Jay Davidson, he's been brilliant. The wicket, of course, was taken by Atiq Iqbal, but I feel like that wicket came off the back of the pressure that Jay Davidson created in that first over. Just one run off the over so far. 2 balls left in the third over. Once again, you can see Yasim Murtaza just eyeing up the leg side. Don't be surprised if he goes over wideish long on. Or square leg, there you go. There's work to do here for deep mid wicket. He gets around, puts in the dive and saves a boundary. It's only going to be 2.
Mo Khan out there at the deep square leg. It looks like that's some excellent fielding. He's a great outfielder and just great athlete to get all the way around there, dive, tap it back in and save 2 runs.
Yeah, tell you what, KCC have saved at least 4 runs in the field so far. That's so important. That's a conservative estimate as well.
Final ball for Davidson.
Oh, tries to pull it. It's not short enough. Gets a fortuitous bottom edge to fine leg. And that's a single to close out the third. It's 11 for 1 after 3. Aaron, I will say one thing. Thank God that the sun is not beating down on us here in the commentary box. We've had some sweltering days. I'm getting a lot of nods here from the rest of the production crew.
The tents are a lifesaver. Being out in the field for the boys, that might be a little hotter, I'd suggest. And by after 20 overs of running around in the field, they're going to feel it. So batting first, you get a little bit more rest. And then also put the pressure on. A change of bowling.
That's an interesting decision. Leg spinner Waqas Barkat into the attack in the power play itself. I gotta say, not often you see a leg spinner bowling in the power play.
I'll have to check. I think he came in early last week as well against who were we playing at? But yes, it's an interesting ploy. I mean, the fast bowlers were bowling really well, so they've obviously got a strategy that they're going for here.
We have a long off back on the boundary. Mid-on is up in the circle. I think we're going to get a couple of wrong-ins. Yeah, there you go. I think that was a wrong-in right there. Pushed into the covers. A bit of a misfield from that cover fielder allows them to get through for a single.
That was Singh in the field, and usually he is very good. A huge run out last week, just hit side on.
Tell you what, it's been one heck of a contest so far. KCC just about in front, and now he's coming around the wicket. Waqas Barkat tucking up Zishan Ali, who's still looking for his first boundary. I think that was Dan Pascoe just now saying chances are coming. Down the track, unable to beat that mid-off fielder. And once again, it's a familiar result. Just a single here for Zishan Ali. Big shot down the ground. Has he got the distance? Oh, that's been put down by long off. Who is that down there? Is that Babar Hayat who's put that down?
I think it was Baba. Ooh, how costly is that going to be? We'll see.
Mate, I tell you what, Yasim Murtaza.
You don't want to be dropping
You
him.
don't want to be dropping Yasim Murtaza.
This gives you a freebie to get him out, and you put him down. Had to run a little way around. Anyway.
Leo coming around the wicket again, pushed to mid-off. But just going off that point, Aaron, the trap was set. There was a long off fielder in position. And you could see Yasim Murtaza, he was trying to go straight, maybe towards long on. Didn't quite get the distance on it. Didn't come off the middle of the bat. And it should have been second wicket down. Down the track. There's a good bit of bowling. Waqas Barkat saw him coming. Shortened his length. That's a nice over from Waqas Barkat. Sadly, not a successful one for KCC. The score now 14 for 1 after 4. There we see that view count on YouTube getting closer and closer to 100 viewers. YouTube user Tiger Style says, looks like a cracking day. I tell you what, I've seen hotter days here at Mission Road. Could be worse. I think it's around 27, 28 degrees right now. But of course, that's just the weather. It's the big final today, of course, of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. It's a winner takes all game. Atiq Iqbal.
Switched ends. And they did this last week as well. It seems to be a ploy for KCC. Bowling from both ends. Here we go.
Oh, playing a miss. And you can see Jamie Atkinson there at first slip. Hands on his head. KCC, they're creating around 2 chances every single over. Pakistan Association living dangerously. Coming over the wicket now. Atiq Iqbal. He's been driven. Ah, there you go. He's beaten that man in the cover region. It's not going to run down to the boundary. And you can see, a muted round of applause from what's been a very quiet Pakistan Association dugout. Tell you what though, if you're PACC at this point, I'm sure before the game you were targeting something in the region of 170, 180. And it looks like we're gonna have to revise those predictions. Yorker length delivery pushed down to Barber there at mid-on.
Another tidy over so far. Unlucky not to get a wicket.
Mohammed Shoaib on YouTube says Hong Kong national team should play a T20I series. Hey, I couldn't agree more with you. Mohammed Shoaib, look at that, another play and a miss. And for the first time today, the slip has come out of position. What do you make of that, Aaron?
Yeah, they did just at the end of the last over with Wakas pulling the slip out and move over to a short square leg, but obviously, I mean, I think it's a bit dangerous, to be honest. The way Atiq's bowling, you'd think there might be an edge. They'll regret it if they do.
Oh, tries to go leg side and he's absolutely clothed it. The frustration continuing to grow here for Pakistan Association. Singles, they're just not going to do it, are they?
No, 3 off the over so far, 1 to come. Grinding, 1 for 17. It's in the 5th over. It's T20. No, only 1 more over after this in the power play. KCC done very well.
Yeah, made absolutely 7 balls left in the power play. We don't see this too often at Mission Road. No maximum so far. Look at that, he walked at the bowler. Atiq Iqbal.
See, the slip went back in for that last delivery, and good decision because it almost got an edge.
Look at that, another over ticks by, just 3 runs off that one. 17 for 1. We have 6 balls left in the power play. They're having a bit of a mid-pitch conference here as well, Yasim Murtaza and Zishan Ali. I think the game plan is pretty clear. Let's take advantage of the fielding restrictions. We only have 6 balls left. It's a good contest as well. Waqas Barkat bowling to Yasim Murtaza. Yasim, of course, was dropped at long off in Waqas's previous over. It was Babar Hayat on that occasion. And we see a bit of a change in field. Babar Hayat has moved to a straightish long off.
I think he's moving the side screen.
Ah, there you go.
John, there is a camera on one of the... Make sure they don't pull the camera.
So a slight delay in play while they fix the sight screen. Are you some sort of meteorologist, Jay? Because you had a guess at the temperature and I just went and checked and it is actually exactly 27 degrees.
Mate,
perfect day for cricket.
I'm the human thermometer.
Alright, back to the action.
Here we go. Around the wicket. Down the ground. That's gone all the way. First maximum of the day and it comes off the blazing blade of Yasim Murtaza.
It's made it all the way over the fence and onto the track. It's a big 6. That's what you want to do in the power play. Now they may be starting to ramp up a little.
Yeah, and of course, taking advantage of the fact that mid-on was up in the circle. And interestingly, mid-on is going to stay there. Here we go, and I think Waqas Barkat is in fact bowling off-spinners to the left-hander. Here he comes again. That's much better. Fuller digs it out. It's just a single to that mid-on fielder.
Yeah, a lot quicker delivery there, jamming him up so he couldn't get underneath it. Only a single.
It's Mudassar Hussain there at mid-on, the leg spinner. Tell you what, he's been fantastic, Mudassar Hussain. That's pushed into the offside. A valuable dot ball here for KCC. It's a good comeback from Waqas Barkat after being smacked for a maximum over wide-ish long on. 7 runs off the over so far, best one of the innings. Oh, and it gets even
like
better.
It's going big.
Hey, you called it. Look at that, 2 maximums in the over. And they're making up for lost time here, Pakistan Association. For the first time today, pressure on KCC.
Ali was 3 from 9 before that delivery, and now he's 9 from 10. That's how to get the run rate up and going.
$13 off the over. A dot ball to that mid-off fielder. 1 ball left in the power play. Look at that, Zishan Ali, he's looking at that wide-ish long on mid-wicket region. He's gonna go big, I can feel it. Ah, maybe not. Down to fine leg.
End of the power play.
Very interesting power play as well. I gotta say, KCC just about with their noses in front, but a good amount of momentum. 13 coming off the final power play over. And Pakistan Association going at exactly 5 runs and over.
Yeah, I'm not sure they'd be. That was the target when they started, thinking that 5 and over in the power play was going to get them the trophy today. But they're grinding. A couple of sixes got them back in the game, and now the field can go out a bit more. We'll see how they tackle that.
Yeah, look at that Pakistan Association dugout. Few more smiles in that PACC dugout now. That's good to see. And of course, they do have a lot of batting to come as well, PACC.
Yeah,
Tanveer Afzal.
Only 1 down. KCC continuing this rotation of the bowling. I don't know if it keeps the batsmen on their toes or it's a plan, but Jamie Davidson back into the attack. This will be his 3rd over, I think. Well, 2 already.
We have long on back on the boundary. Babar Hayat. Simandeep Singh in the circle at mid-off. Here we go, coming over the wicket. That's Fuller driven down the ground. They scamper through for a single and make it in quite easily.
It's good running, and you got to take the singles when you're not hitting maximums all the time. And now the field's a bit more spread out. The singles are there to be found. There's a massive gap on. Oh no, somebody's coming over to clear it now and cover it, because the leg side was looking a little thin there for KCC. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody deep behind the wickets. We've got somebody long. Here we go, Davidson. Ooh.
Oh, playing a miss. They've done that so well, Jay Davidson and Atiq Iqbal. Bowling in that corridor of uncertainty. And bowling the perfect length as well.
Just unlucky. I mean, some of them are unplayable. Just not getting the wickets they deserve, to be honest. But that's cricket. Pakistan 31 for 1.
Yeah, there you go, going at 5 runs and over. Just under 5 runs and over. Pair of maximums, of course, in the 6th over. Oh, once again, a leading edge. And they're going to scamper through for a single.
Came down the wicket to it, but it popped up on him. Davidson unlucky not to get it caught and bowled, and they scamper through for a single.
Tell you what, this innings is following a very similar pattern to the last time these two teams squared off. On that occasion as well, Pakistan Association getting off to a sedate start, but they caught up close to the halfway mark. Courtesy, well, the man on strike, Yasim Murtaza. Got 52 of 29, I believe, that day. That's tucked away. No run. I feel like if he let that go, it might have been a wide delivery.
Exactly what I was thinking. Had he not tickled it, he probably would have got a run for it.
Tell you what, someone like Yasim Murtaza, he can explode at any time. He was so good at that Asia Cup qualifier. Hong Kong, of course, undefeated at that Asia Cup qualifier. Can he deliver today in the big final?
Oh, it's in the air. Oh, just falls short.
Mate, Jay Davidson, he's been absolutely brilliant today.
He's bowling so well, just not getting the rewards. Tucked him up there, tried to whip it around the corner. There's a fielder waiting for that catch, but it just fell short.
One ball left in the 7th over, just 2 runs off it so far. Yasim Murtaza, can he close things out with a boundary? No, he can't. Another dot ball straight to backward point. Just 2 runs off the over. Jay Davidson yet to concede a boundary in his 3-over spell. We're nearing that halfway mark, but PACC, they're going to have to speed up.
Davidson only 8 runs off his 3 overs so far. 1 left to come at some point today. Whether he bowl the death overs or bowl out, we'll see. But that is some very economical bowling in the power play overs especially.
We're going to see another change of bowling. I believe that's Dan Pascoe coming into the attack. Yeah, there we go. The left arm spinner, Dan Pascoe. One thing I will say about PACC, they do have a left-right combination at the crease right now. And it's going to be Pascoe bowling to Zishan Ali, spinning the ball away. I tell you what, if I was Jamie Atkinson, I'd be very tempted to get a slip in there. There's a little less grass covering on this side of the wicket. And it's a dry day as well here at Mission Road. Pascoe just fine-tuning his field. It's a 5-4 offside field. He bowls to his field. Right on the money, Dan Pascoe. Shorter, flatter, and out. Zishan Ali caught out of his crease. 2nd wicket down for Pakistan Association. They're now 32 for 2 after 7.2 overs.
That's a big wicket for KCC. It was a very wide delivery. Tempted him to go for a swing, and gets the stumping. Pascoe with a wicket on his 2nd ball.
Look at who's tuning in here on Facebook. We got Matt Botfield and Akbar Khan, skipper of USRC, both tuning in to the live stream on Facebook. We got close to 100 viewers, in fact, on Facebook. And if you're just joining us, the news from the middle is that KCC won the toss, decided to bowl first, and it's been one heck of a decision. Jamie Atkinson, every single one of his bowlers has delivered so far today. It's a big moment in this game. As you can see on your screens, the captain of PACC, Tanveer Afzal, has walked to the crease at number 4, and he's decided, hey, you know what? I don't want a helmet. I don't need a helmet. I'm not going to get hit on the head.
Well, Pascoe bowling, he's probably fairly safe. We have a comment on the YouTube as well from Radhika.
Yeah, Radhika Ahuja, I believe that's how it's pronounced. This commentary is fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. Look at that, we got 3 fire emojis.
That's good, right? Pascoe to continue.
Oh, that's a big appeal, and it's close. Oh, look at that. Umpire. Oh, the umpire was unmoved.
Unmoved. He couldn't have been less moved.
We have
was a
to
big
check
appeal.
out this
Yeah.
replay, Aaron.
Everyone from KCC went up. I mean, that's what usually happens, but it must have been very, very close.
Mate, it was either clipping leg or just about sliding down leg. Dan Pascoe could have had 2 and 2, and that slip is now in position. There you go, right on the money, Dan Pascoe. KCC.
Continuing on from his bowling last week, which was just on the money. He's just putting the pressure on the batsman, They're not sure whether to go forward, go back, stay in the crease. It's bowling very well so far.
Tell you what, we might be on course for a wicket maiden. Dan Pascoe. That's flatter, that's up in the air. It's a huge moment in the game. Dan Pascoe gets under it, and he takes it.
Ball! Pascoe gets the wicket.
There you go, Aaron Bush. Talk us through that.
Well, that went so high, I couldn't actually see it out of the top of the tent, but it looked like it was going down the side of that building. It went so high, but it only made it up to the bowler, and bowler's decision. He's like, I'm taking this catch, so everyone moved back, and it was a little tough in the end, maybe a little swirly in the air, but in the end, took a nice catch and got the wicket. 2 wickets this over already. This is Pakistan Association Cricket now in a fair bit of bother.
Yeah, mate, I'm going to be honest, it's hard to see a way back here for Pakistan Association. The good news for them is Yasim Murtaza is still out there at the crease, and he's just been joined by Hamid Khan walking in at number 5. I tell you what, both of us got really excited with that 3rd wicket. And I'm kind of just losing my voice here. I think I shouted a little too loud.
T20 cricket. It's excitement for all 40 overs, and it is the final. So this is a very interesting over. So far, 3 dot balls, 2 wickets, 1 ball to come for Pascoe. KCC are up and about at the moment.
Here we go, last ball of the over. If he bowls a dot right now, it's going to be a double wicket maiden. Dan Pascoe, he's got his tail up. Tosses it up, pushed into the offside. They're not going to risk taking the single. Daniel Pascoe, double wicket maiden. It's 32 for 3. And KCC, you better believe it, they're right on top. $32 for 3. Pakistan Association. Tell you what, they're one heck of a team. Last season, of course, in the 2021 T20 Premier League, they lost all 4 of their games. This year, they won all 4 in the group stage. They've been the best team in the tournament so far. But today, it's been a very different story. It's been all KCC so far.
Pakistan Association wouldn't have been upset going into that 8th over at 1 for 32, but coming out of it at 3 for 32 makes things very, very difficult. Yeah, wow, Bubba Hyatt coming in for a bowl.
Yeah, look at that, he's coming around the wicket as well to Yasim Murtaza.
The Bubba Show is back, even bowling this week. Is there anything this man can't do? Here we go.
Here we go. Big Bobber with the ball.
Oh.
That's full. Oh, what a brilliant piece of fielding off his own bowling.
Oh. Keeping the batsman honest there.
Tell you what, just 2 runs coming in the last 13 deliveries here for PACC. That's cut away in front to square on the offside, but there's a deep cover in position. It's only going to be a single. Yasim Murtaza, he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders right now.
Oh, that's one. Still only singles, a couple of 2s. We had those 2 big 6s in 1 over, but keeping it tidy so far.
Just have 4 fielders in the circle right now. 5 on the boundary. That's clipped away off his legs. He's off the mark now, Hamid Khan. Oh, he was thinking about 2, decided to not take that risk, and wisely so. You can hear Jay Davidson down at long off saying singles will do. Big Bobber. It's been a good start for him, just 2 runs off the over so far. We're halfway through the 9th over. Look at that, KCC decide to bowl first after winning the toss, and I tell you what, I'm a big believer with runs on the board in a final, but today, of course, it looks like I've been proved wrong. Guided away. In fact, I think he's found the gap. Down to deep backward point. That's a welcome boundary here for PACC. Yasim Murtaza ticking along nicely.
Yep, that takes the pressure off a little. More boundaries needed for Pakistan at this rate. 6 off the over so far, but they're going to need more of that as the overs tick over.
Tell you what, good batting conditions as well at Mission Road. A bit of bounce, of course, especially from this end. That's cut away, a near action replay. A little bit finer this time. It's running down to the boundary. The fielder gets in a big, nice dive. It looks like he's cut it off. There you go, 3 useful runs here for PACC. And now he moves on to 29, Yasim Murtaza. It's been a one-man show, really, for PACC so far.
29 of 29 is it's good. He's getting set, but he's going to need to go big as we go on. One more ball for Bubba.
Yeah, it's been an expensive over. 9 runs off it so far. That's pushed. Make that 10 runs. PACC, a bit of respite for them. After 9 overs, it's 42 for 3. No over rate issues either for KCC. I gotta say, they've taken 3 wickets, but they're keeping this PACC lineup in check. Not a lot of fetching from the boundary here for KCC.
Pasco to continue, it looks like. The way KCC's been rotating their bowlers, I wasn't sure we were going to get 2 in a row, but Pasco's back. Why wouldn't you? A double wicket maiden. Can't ask for more than that from your bowlers.
Mate, I can feel it. Something is going to happen in the 10th over. Hamid Khan might be going for a big shot. Interestingly, we see deep mid-wicket moving into the circle right now. Flatter pushed down the ground. Dan Pascoe yet to concede a single run in his spell.
Seems confident in his bowling. There's not a lot of players out. There's 2 long and 1 out at a deep square leg, but the rest seem to be in the circle.
Oh, trying to cut that off the stumps. Risky, Hamid Khan. If he missed that, would have been 4th wicket down. Make no mistake, this is an absolutely massive partnership in the context of the game and the context of this tournament. A little bit slower, guided away down to 3rd man. First runs off the bowling of Dan Pascoe.
9 balls, 1 run, 2 wickets. It's still tidy. He's got the pressure on to Pakistan at the moment, Pascoe.
Yeah, we have a 5-4 leg side field. And for the first time today, Dan Pascoe will be bowling to the left-handed Yasim Murtaza.
This will be a good battle.
I get the feeling Yasim Murtaza is going to try and go long. There's a lot of coverage out there. In the deep on the leg side.
He didn't know much about that. He went forward, he went back. He thought he might cut it on the offside and then just chopped it straight down onto his boots. That's good bowling by Pascoe. Wins the first battle. Let's see what happens on the 5th delivery for Pascoe.
I think he's going to try and go as flat as possible. Or maybe not, tosses it up. And that's smacked straight to Simandeep Singh in the cover region. Consecutive dot balls here. And you can see him just getting a little bit itchy at the crease now, Yasim Murtaza. 1 ball left in the 10th. PACC, they need a lot of big overs. Ooh, tries to guide that away. Well done, Dan Pascoe. Just 1 run off the over. We're going to take a short break for drinks. Don't go too far. It's 43 for 3. PACC, they need to get a move on.
Okay, drinks break's over. At the moment, Pakistan are 3 for 43, going at 4.3 and over. And again, we switch ends for the bowlers. Wakas bowling from our end at the commentary end. Oh, almost an edge, but playing a miss. Second delivery, in he comes. It's a fuller one, this one, but still a dot ball.
Here we go, back after the drinks break. That's edged away. Just about beats third man, but it's not going to go to the boundary. I tell you what, this is going to be very, very interesting. Yasim Murtaza facing up here to Waqas Barkat, who's bowling to a short, straight boundary. And that square boundary on the leg side is probably the longest boundary on show today. And of course, Yasim Murtaza was put down earlier in his innings by Babar Hayat fielding at long off. This time it's Jay Davidson at long off. There you can see him trying to go big, making no connection on it. The frustration continuing to grow here. And a big part of the reason that PACC are 3 down is because of the pressure built up by the likes of Jay Davidson, Dan Pascoe, Atiq Iqbal. That's down the leg side.
It's a wide and 4 runs. Missed by Carter as it went down leg, and there was no protection down behind the wickets.
Look at that, Aaron Bush, first wide of the innings.
Yeah, it's been very tidy. There's been a few that's pushed down on the leg stump, but that one got a little away from Wakas and Carter behind the stumps. There it is.
He's gone big.
Coverage. Can it? It's over. Oh, just amazing fielding out there by Mo Khan. He's jumped, couldn't catch it because it was going for 6. So he's pushed it back in, and it's only a single.
There you go, 50 up in dramatic fashion here for PACC. That was a fantastic bit of fielding, I have to say. Tries to go big.
That's it, it's a wicket.
Yeah, there you go, backward point, making no mistake whatsoever. And now it's 4 wickets down here for PACC, just 50 runs on the board, and only 9 overs left to play with. Let's take a look at that replay. Just drifting away from the right-hander. And it was skied up there by Hamid Khan. A dejected Hamid Khan who's walking back to the dugout now. And walking it at number 7, you're going to see him pretty soon. Ehsan Nawaz, the designated finisher here for PACC in this tournament. He scored quick runs on multiple occasions so far at the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. I guess, tell you what, today it's the toughest test of the tournament so far for Ehsan Nawaz.
It's not ending. He's not an ender at the moment with 9 overs to go. He's going to have to get in there, form a partnership, because Murtaza's running out of batsmen. He's holding his bat. He's playing very well, but chancing his arm sometimes. Like the one that was fielded by Mo Khan. I mean, he's not the biggest player on the field, but managed to stop the 6.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I wonder if that good bit of fielding had something to do with the wicket falling the next ball.
The pressure building. The pressure's on almost every over for Pakistan. KCC really bowling to their field, bowling well, keeping the pressure on the batsman and ticking the wickets over.
Yeah, no doubt. And we see a change of bowling, the leg spinner Mudassar Hussain into the attack. And of course, a big reason why he got a chance to play for KCC in the Premier League was because of the absence of Waqas Barkat, who was down in Oman with the Hong Kong under-19s, who of course qualified for Division 1 of the Asia qualifier next year. That's uppish. There's a deep cover in position.
It's the single. KCC continuing to rotate their bowlers. 6 bowler used in 12 overs so far. But it's working for them. So working their plan, keeping the pressure on. Just singles here and there and the occasional wicket.
May I tell you what? It's basically Yasim Murtaza versus KCC right now. So much rests on the broad shoulders of Yasim Murtaza. Of course, he's hit 2 maximums in his innings so far, but a lot of dot balls for Yasim. Right on the money yet again, Mudassar Hussain. He's been really, really good in the tournament, the leg spinner. And of course, we were talking about that absence of Waqas Barkat. Guess what, Mudassar, he's grabbed the opportunity with both hands. He's coming over the wicket now to the left-hander. Tries to go big. That's into deep mid-wicket, and it's taken. They've lost half their side now. Pakistan Association. Things going from bad to worse. They're now 52 for 5. Aaron Bush
Set the trap very, very nicely. Bowl to your field. Put the pressure on. Murtaza took the bait and hit it straight down the throat. And it's an easy catch to get the 5th wicket. This is a lot of pressure that the KCC team are putting on at the moment for the final.
made absolutely KCC applying the pressure, and they're clear favourites right now. See a new batter walking out to the middle, running out onto the middle in fact. That's Mudassar Khan. So it's going to be Mudassar versus Mudassar. I tell you what, the leg spinner, he's been fantastic throughout the tournament. Delivers yet again. Oh, I misread it. Are you sure? In fact, it's actually Hassan Khan Muhammad walking to the crease. He was wearing number 10, which is actually Babar Hayat's old jersey when he used to play for PACC. But Hassan Khan Muhammad, I tell you what, he can definitely bat, and he loves to dig it in nice and short. Hassan Khan Muhammad, he's going to enjoy bowling on this wicket. Got slipped back in position for Mudassar. Leg spinner Mudassar. That short smashed down the ground, flat batted.
Must have got a finger on it, I think, to slow it down. It was just dribbling out there to long off. Two new batsmen at the crease, the pressure is on.
8 overs left after this one. Goes leg side, does Ehsan Nawaz. Loves going leg side. And he's only going to pick up a single. Another successful over. Pakistan Association, they just lost Yasim Murtaza. And only 55 runs on the board. It's all fives. 55 for 5. Oh, in fact, 54 for 5.
4 off the over with a wicket. The pressure, like I keep using the word pressure because the pressure is on. We've got a comment on YouTube that it's slow innings, a bit like a test match, says High Carb Warrior, and that's what the pressure does. If the bowling team and the fielding team continue to take wickets, the batting team is just grinding at the moment. 54 for 5, 8 overs to go. What do you think the total might be, Jay?
May I tell you what, they do well to get up to 120 from here, but 120 is not going to be anywhere close to enough, I feel.
Well, you did say Pakistan Association bowling team is top round. It's like the best in the comp for the Premier League. So they will have to come out with their best today if they're going to defend a low total.
I tell you what, I've seen Azaz and Babar score big runs here at Mission Road.
And they are in form. And Singh. Iqbal back into the attack from our end at the commentary end. Oh, it's wrapped him on the pads.
Nah, it's definitely an inside edge on that one. You could hear it all the way from the commentary box.
A very quick shake of the head by the umpire. He heard it. But the line.
$54 for 5, Aaron Bush. Oh, I tell you what, I did not see this coming. Not at the start of the game. Here we go. No movement of the feet there from Ehsan Nawaz. He's like that. Tell you what though, Ehsan Nawaz doesn't exactly have a stable foundation to shoot from here. He's looking leg side. Bit of a long leg side boundary as well. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on are all back on the fence. KCC, they know Ehsan Nawaz's reputation. Goes down the ground. Jay Davidson calls for it and makes no mistake, it's only a single.
First run off the over for Atiq. It's very tidy again. Now, Jay, it is 55 for 5.
There you go, all 5s. Love to see it. Not so much if you're a Pakistan Association supporter. And that's pushed down the ground. Jay Davidson, he's got some work to do. In fact, it's Babar Hayat.
Oh, they get an overthrow.
Made so much happening on that one delivery. Babar Hayat racing in from deep mid wicket. I thought it was Jay Davidson's ball. There you go, big result down in Australia in the T20 World Cup, the men's T20 World Cup. Bangladesh just about getting over the line against Zimbabwe. It's pushed down the ground. And guess what? If you have friends who are watching that game, tell them that there is more exciting live streamed content for you here on the Cricket Hong Kong YouTube and Facebook pages. Share the link to this game with your friends and family on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. All you have to do is press that share button. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see a bunch of icons. In fact, look at that. I see that WhatsApp icon. I'm gonna click on WhatsApp, click on my family group chat, reshare it with them, and I'm gonna share it in my extended family group chat as well. There you go. I've also got a group chat with my friends. We're called the Brown Boys.
Ooh.
There you go. The Brown Monday.
The same continuing.
Let's push down the ground. Work to do here for long on. I'm getting excited for no reason. Another single.
A lot of space out there on the leg side. Everybody's out on the boundary basically. So singles are there. But Pakistan Association Cricket Club need more than singles at this point.
That's too short. I tell you what, didn't really get up there from Mudassar Hussain. And we talked about that as well. From this end, there's a little less bounce, a little less grass coverage as well. And PACC, I'm sure they're taking notes. In general, we see spinners bowling from this end, the softball court end. And of course, spinners bowling from this end also have the luxury of bowling to a shorter boundary. Can't wait to see someone like a Yasim Murtaza in operation today. Oh, look at that. That one. The wrong-in from Mudassar. Just zipping through. Pressure here for Hassan Khan Muhammad. He can definitely give it a whack. Both of these batters can definitely give it a whack. I tell you what, the scoreline is not reflective of this surface. Got good batting conditions. That's edged down to third man. Atiq Iqbal will not cut it off. So welcome boundary, a fortuitous boundary here for Pakistan Association.
Very lucky. Edge off the bat. Could have been a catch to the keeper there, but luck's a fortune. That's cricket. There was no coverage in the field down here. Came racing down towards the commentary section, and easy 4.
Just one ball left now in the 14th over. That PACC dugout has gone very, very quiet yet again. Tossed up, worked away into the leg side. A useful single here for Hassan Khan Mohammed. He's going to retain the strike, but only 6 overs left. I'm going to throw a question out to everyone watching on YouTube and Facebook. I want to hear your predictions. How much do you think Pakistan Association will score at the end of this innings? Aaron Bush, same question for you.
You've posed a tough one. If these two stay in, they can get the run rate going, get up to 10, 12 and over. Well, yeah, they might have a total they can defend, but at the moment, the Veggie Kingdom KCC side are really, really keeping them just to the occasional 1s, 2s and lucky 4s, I guess.
Oh, an edge onto his pads. Jay Davidson at long on, getting excited. Just 35 balls left. I'm going to make a brave prediction. 112. Very precise prediction there.
That is very precise.
Down the ground, it's going to be Jay Davidson into the action yet again. Makes no mistake. There you go. Winning and score predictor Wasp saying 118. Wasp, well, I respectfully disagree with you. He's kind of clothed that. Ehsan Nawaz yet to get into his innings.
We've only seen a couple of shots really come off the middle of the bat. I don't know if the pitch is doing a little bit, holding up, but if they need to get up to the 120 mark, some are going to have to start coming off the middle. That's a nice shot, but there's coverage out there.
Tell you what, this ground, it's small enough. Very often I've seen teams go at 10, 11, 12, even 15 runs and over in the final 5 overs. Pakistan Association. And look at that. See Ehsan Nawaz just backing away, unable to find the gap. I think he's going to go aerial. I think he's going to go leg side. 1 ball left in the over. Just 3 runs off it. Goes down the ground. Work to do here. And that looks like Simandeep Singh, who makes no mistake. Just 4 runs off the over. 5 overs left now. 69 for 5. They need another 43 runs to get to my 112.
If there's a wicket in the next over, they may go lower than that if these two can continue, but they're just picking out the field at the moment. They're starting to hit it off the middle of the bat, which is nice to see, which means big runs may be coming soon. It just depends on the bowling. There's a PACC back into the... He's bowled so well. This will be a good battle. 5 overs to go.
I tell you what, when Dan Pascoe is in full flow, it's not even a fair fight. It's fantastic in the 2021 season.
2 overs, 1 for 2.
That's insane. T20 cricket. 2 overs, 1 for 2, including 10 dot balls. Here we go, Dan Pascoe. Dan the man. Once again, he sees Ehsan Nawaz coming and he shortens his length. God, tell you what, Dan Pascoe making an early run for player of the match.
It's impressive to watch. He's watching the batsman, he's putting the ball in the right spot, getting the dot balls, getting the wickets. But we're starting to get into the big hit time, so let's see what happens.
Backs away, Ehsan Nawaz goes down the ground, hasn't got the distance. And thankfully it lands short of that long off fielder, but still no boundaries.
Again, not quite middling it off the bat. It's not carrying to the boundary, which is what they need, Pakistan.
Hassan on strike. He's 11 off 11. Goes down the ground. Doesn't get to the pitch of it. Nudges it into the leg side. They're going to come back for 2. And that's a good bit of running. They make it in easily.
There's that gap again on the leg side. All fielders out on the boundary. It was a clever shot, to be honest. Just dabbed it into the leg side and easy 2 runs.
Yeah, Hassan Muhammad Khan has played a lot over here in the last year or so. And of course played the last All-Star Series. Here we go, Pasco yet again. Guided away down to third man. No run this time. But of course that All-Star Series will kick off on Thursday the 4th of November. So the action never stops in Hong Kong. And if you want to find out, if you want to be notified every time we go live here from Hong Kong, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. Down the track he goes, tries to go big. Does he get the distance on that? No, but it's 1 bounce for important boundary here. Hassan Khan Muhammad. Score now moves on to 76 for 5. Aaron Bush, what do you make of that shot?
That's more what Pakistan want to see. Off the middle of the bat. The field is spread wide out there. It was a safe shot. Almost went over the rope. 4 runs. First boundary off Pasco's bowling.
Can he make it 2 and 2? That's guided away on the leg side. And they come back for an easy single. So he's going to retain the strike. It's 77 now on the board. They've lost 5 wickets. But tell you what, it's a nice handy little partnership between these two. And maybe another 43 runs and they'll go up to that magical 120 total. It's still going to be below par, definitely. But I tell you what, the runs on the board in the final can do funny things. You get Babar early. They could be back in the game here, PACC.
He was dropped early last week. It was a disaster because he went on to score into the 80s. I think he got 82 or something. And went large. You can't afford to drop the key players. KCC got lucky after dropping Mirza, but you cannot drop the likes of Singh and Baba when they're on fire.
Yeah, my namesake here in the production tent, in fact, Mr. J, telling me he scored 90 runs, Babar Hayat.
There we go.
Last week. Ooh. Look at that. Just came off the toe of the bat. So useful dot ball here. Jay Davidson into his final over. Yet to concede a boundary himself.
Only 8 off his first 3. Well, yes. 5 balls to go. Again, very economical. Bowling his line and length. Pressure on the batsman.
Another play and a miss. In fact, it's signalled wide. The umpire gets some exercise. Tabarak Dar. PACC get a bonus run. There you go, Jay Davidson. Has the same initials as me, JD. And I'm, of course, one of your commentators for the day, J.Singhani. If you like what you've heard, you can follow me on Twitter at J.Singhani. 5 balls left in the over. Another play and a miss.
The head goes back. He could see it. He was going to get hold of it, but he missed it. Another missed opportunity. Another dot ball. Only 6 extras from KCC, which is pretty tidy. All wides.
Look at that, the view count on YouTube getting closer and closer to 100 viewers. We have, I think, more people watching on Facebook as well. There you go, a lot of people coming over from that T20 World Cup game. That's short, good change up there from Jay Davidson. Another dot ball, consecutive dot balls here. Hassan Khan Muhammad, he's got 2 boundaries away so far. He's gone at a run a ball and he's going to have to speed up. Our camera person Azaik making a very grim prediction. He thinks PACC will only get up to 90 runs in this innings. That's nudged away on the leg side. Oh, there's work to do here for Babar Hayat, but they haven't run that first one hard enough.
Didn't like that. They did not put the yards in on that first single. There was you could pressure them into a second run there. You might have got run out, but put the pressure on with the first run at least, especially when you're only 79 runs on the board.
You can hear Waqas Barkat at long on saying he's going to go in my direction. Let's see if that prediction rings true. Lets that go. Second wide of the over. Of course, one of the standing umpires today, Tabarak Dar. The best umpire in Hong Kong, and in my opinion, amongst the top 10 umpires in the world. I want to see Tabarak Dar umpiring at more World Cups. He's a class act. $20 balls left in the innings. Tries to go leg side. Look at that. Jay Davidson takes the pace off that. And that's a good bit of work as well from Chris Carter behind the stumps.
Batsman wasn't expecting it. Tried to hoik it over the towards square leg, but couldn't get bat on ball. Last of the over. Last of Davidson's spell.
Look at that. Ehsan Nawaz, 8 of 14 deliveries. Not often you say that. Last ball goes leg side. Has he found the gap? No, he hasn't. Deep square leg, makes no mistake. Dan Pascoe. 3 overs left now. 81 for 5. $18 balls left. A run of balls only going to get them to 99.
What do you need? 31 to get to your projected score?
Yep, another 31 deliveries.
3 overs. Pressure's on. The cameraman's prediction might be right though.
Look at that. Wasp agrees with me. 112.
Well, it was 118. It might get down to 96 or whatever the prediction was from the camera area.
Let's give me the leg spinner, Mudassar, to continue. Interestingly, Mudassar, they're going with spin. Ooh, look at that. A little bit of aggression from the leg spinner. But I like that. He saw the batter coming, shortened his length. And if you're Ehsan Nawaz at this point, I wonder, do you just bank on the possibility that he goes short again? You rock onto that back foot. Maybe you can find a gap there between third man and the keeper. Goes leg side. I don't think he's got all of it. In fact, there's work to do in the deep. Does well. They're going to come back for 2. A run out opportunity. Mudassar, I tell you what, a clean collection. It would have been 6 wickets down. But PACC, I beg your pardon, with a useful 2 runs.
Yeah, they ran on very well. That was 2 in it. Put the pressure on the fielders. The throw was a little wide and high, so got back for that 2.
Tries to go big, and he's out of his crease. There you go. Mudassar continues to impress in this tournament, making a strong case for that All-Star Series. Ehsan Nawaz, on the other hand, the dejected Ehsan Nawaz, walks back. 11 off 18. It wasn't his day.
Second stumping of the innings. It was well bowled. It was wide. Had he stayed in his crease, it probably would have been called a wide, maybe. But good glove work from Carter to get that taken off. Had him stranded out of his crease. Now the pressure is really on. Down into the tail end of Pakistan.
Tell you what though, Rawed Ehtasham, definitely a capable batter. I've seen him go for it. I've seen him even bat in the top order for PACC in the past. In fact, I believe he used to play for maybe Little Saiwan. I could be making this up. But Rawed Ehtasham, certainly capable of going for it. He's a big unit as well, Rawed.
Two and a half overs to go. 83 for 6. They need to get going if they want to get over the 100 mark at this point. 2.5 overs to go. It's go time. It's the final. No choice but to swing big.
Tell you what, 15 balls left. I did not see this coming at all. We have a strong top 3 PACC. Sunny Singh in form. Yasim Murtaza in brilliant form. Zishan Ali in decent form. Tanweer Afzal, of course. I think he scored at least 1 half century so far in the tournament, so he's in decent form. But nobody has really stepped up. That's uppish. Oh, landing just short of Jay Davidson, and it runs down to backward point for a very important and very rare boundary.
There was a chance, it was in the air, it was short of Davidson. It's not like he missed the catch there. It was a tough one, but risky, but 4 on the board. That's what counts for Pakistan Association.
Yeah, and that was a smart bit of batting. I think Robaid Ehtasham sensed that maybe the leg spinner would shorten his length. Just camped out on that back foot, put it away. Tossed up this time. That's pushed into the cover region. Jamie Atkinson, he's been brilliant in the field and with his bowling changes. The KCC skipper. Hong Kong veteran. It's been around forever. Close to 2 decades now. Oh, that's a mis-stumping. In fact, it's bowled. Yeah, you're right.
I think he's dropped it. It's come out of the gloves and hit the stumps.
I think that might have come off his pad, in fact.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Carter has fumbled it, but it's somehow managed to spill onto the stumps. An interesting way to get a wicket for KCC, but the umpire's finger went up, and that's all that counts. Pakistan Association now 87 for 7.
Yeah, and in fact, just confirmation coming through, that was given out stumped. It looked like it either came off his gloves or Chris Carter's pads. Tell you what, Chris Carter until now has not made a single mistake behind stumps.
Well, we can't call that one a mistake either, can we? He got the wicket, anyway you get them.
Mate, 87 for 7.
This is finals cricket. KCC, the Veggie Kingdom KCC Premier League team has brought their A game to the final and put the pressure on Pakistan Association. 87 for 7. Only 2 overs to go.
Tell you what, I did not see this coming at all. I backed PACC as the pre-match favourites, and I really thought that runs on the board and, well, the best bowling lineup in the competition so far would be able to take home this final. But KCC, I gotta say, so far this has been hands down the single best bowling display we've seen in the tournament. They've saved their best for last here, KCC. Atiq Iqbal into the attack, bowling the penultimate over. Thickish inside edge, squeezed down to square leg. It's just a single. You hear Jay David saying 1s and 2s are not going to cut it here, fellas. 12 balls left.
13 more to make the ton.
KCC, they've been disciplined. Very few extras in this innings and a lot of wickets. Ooh, look at that. Attempting a bit of a dill scoop there away there at the Sham.
Not sure it was there to be played, to be honest, and it went through to the keeper. I mean, you've got to get creative when you're 87 for 7, but you've also got to get bat on ball, so you've got to pick your shots.
And I beg your pardon, that's actually the new batter at the crease, Nasrullah Rana. Away there at the Sham, of course, dismissed just moments ago. Nasrullah can definitely go for it. Yeah, there you go, Atiq Iqbal. He's going for that wide Yorker. Penalised on this occasion, but I have no issue with that. And hitting that wide Yorker, how good was Mariko Hill hitting that wide Yorker yesterday?
Did you see today's game? That was a great death over by Mariko, by the way. But today was a tie. A tie.
Insane.
Great way to finish the series, though.
Insane. HK winning that East Asia Cup 4-0. That's uppish. A catching opportunity, decides not to go for it. That deep cover fielder, they're going to come back for 2, are they? Yes, just making it home in time. Nasrullah Rana.
Mo Khan out there, he's got a rocket arm. So, Chanster got there too, they needed that. 91 for 7. 112's looking a little tough. What's the Wasp saying?
Yeah, Wasp keeps adjusting that expected total down to 106. Wasp. You got it horribly wrong at the start of this innings. I think Wasp was up at 170, 180 at the start of this innings.
If that's par, then it's going to be an interesting second innings. In comes Atik.
Oh, tries to go big. Deep third man. Oh, a nasty bit of spin. They're going to come back for another 2. Nasr Larana, he's not going to die wondering.
Again, you can hear Jay Atkinson, Jay Davidson down here at long on. 1s and 2s are fine, and they are. Even 1s and 2s will just trickle over the 100 mark for Pakistan Association.
Here we go, 8 balls left. 2 more balls for Atiq Iqbal. Can he close things out? Nasr Larana, he's going to go for it. Oh, digs out that Yorker, but it's only going to be a single to deep cover. Atiq Iqbal, one of the most accurate bowlers in Hong Kong, and living up to his reputation today, make no doubt about that. 6 balls left, 94 for 7. Look at that, the strongest team in the competition have capitulated in the final. It's definitely KCC's game to lose. Batting on a runner ball, Hassan Khan Mohammed goes down the ground, finds the gap that races to the boundary. 4 runs to kick off, in fact end the final over, the 19th over.
Yes, 11 off that over. That's what Pakistan Association needed. Probably needed a lot more, but it's death bowling. Atiq bowled well there. Unfortunate to get hit for a 4 down the ground into the sight screen, just to the left of our commentary position. Final over to come. Who's going to have a bowl?
Oh, it's Dan the man,
Of
Dan
course it is.
Pascoe.
Who else would you pick in this game but Dan Pascoe?
Yeah, no, absolutely. KCC, a bit of a spin-heavy bowling attack today. But I tell you what, Dan Pascoe, Mudassar, the leg spinner, both of them have fired today. Even Waqas Barkat, who could have dismissed Yasim Murtaza in his very first over. And in fact, that's the only mistake KCC have made today. Babar Hayat putting down Yasim Murtaza inside the power play. 6 balls left. Backs away. Nasrullah, has he found the gap? Work to do here for long off. Ooh, a nasty bit of spin. And it looks like it might have gone to the boundary. No, in fact, it's not a boundary.
Just 2.
And 100 up now for Pakistan Association. 5 balls left in this innings. Can they get up to that magical score of 112 that I predicted?
If they do, I'll never hear the end of it. It's a shout for LBW. They get through for a leg bye. Yes. Please be 111 or 113.
Four balls left. It's not a bad result either for Pakistan Association. Hassan Khan Mohammed back on strike, batting on 24 off 21. The best of their batters so far today. Bang, he goes between extra cover and long off. Look at that, long off puts in a dive, doesn't cut it off. A valuable boundary here, and back-to-back boundaries here for Hassan Khan Mohammed. Moves on to 28 off 22. As you can see on that replay, charged down the track and found that gap between extra cover and long off. 3 balls left now. Pakistan Association, they need a maximum. In fact, they need 3 maximums. If they can get close to 120, you never know. Goes down the ground. Well done, Dan Pascoe. They take a leg by, a single. But that also means that now the dangerous Hassan Khan Mohammed is off strike.
Clever bowling by Pascoe. Put it in short. So saw him coming up again. Hit him in the pads of the rib region. Just get a single. Get him off strike. Most importantly, 2 balls to come.
I tell you what, I think he's going to go short and flat yet again. Maybe outside the off stump. That's exactly what he does. Nasr Larana backs away, slaps it down to long off for just a single. Look at that, Dan Pascoe. Great minds think alike.
How are they going to hit 5, Jay?
You never know, a wide delivery. Wide delivery, they end with a boundary. Now here we go, Hassan Khan Mohammed. Last ball of the innings for PACC. Tries to go big. I don't think that's going to be a boundary. Work to do here for deep mid wicket. He scampers around, unable to prevent the 2. But end of the innings here for PACC. 109 for 7, well below par. Hassan Khan Mohammed doing well at the closing stages of this innings. But 109, I really don't think that's enough, Aaron Bush.
No, I don't think it is, but we'll see. Like you say, the bowling lineup for Pakistan Association Cricket Club is top shelf, so they might have to. I mean, Veggie Kingdom KCC managed to restrict them to 109, so we know it's possible on this pitch. It doesn't look like it should be possible on this pitch, but anything's possible. It is the final.
Yeah, no doubt. They do have runs on the board. There's a chance they won't be enough runs. But of course, PACC, they've been fantastic with the ball so far in this tournament. And a couple of early wickets, especially if they can get Azaz and Babar out early. Ooh, you never know, it could set things up nicely. But of course, I'm one of your commentators for the day, Jay Dansinghani. If you like what you've heard, you can follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansinghani. Aaron Bush, would you like to plug your Twitter, or do you... Maybe 30,000 followers is enough for you.
Oh, that's fine. You can follow me at Tripperhead. If you haven't heard of me before, you can just find that on Twitter. But yes, we're here for the cricket, and you can get some cricket updates from both of us on our Twitter accounts. We like the weekend cricket, so check us out.
Absolutely. I love tweeting about both associate cricket and women's cricket. A couple of cheeky videos on my Twitter timeline. But look, at the end of the day, it's the big final, 109 for 7. I don't think it's enough. Don't go too far. We'll be back with you in around 8 minutes for the second half of this game. KCC need only 110 to win at 5.5 runs per over. I'll see you in around 8 minutes from now. In fact, we're going to have some highlights for you. Yeah, so stick around if you missed that first innings.
Far for KCC.
It's a 5-4 offside field that's taken by the cover fieldsman. So I'm the human thermometer.
All right, back to the action.
Here we go. Around the wicket, down the ground. That's gone all the way. First maximum of the day, and we're over wide-ish long on. 7 runs off the over so far, best one of the innings. Oh, and it gets even
like
better.
It's going big.
Hey, you called it. Look at that. Shorter, flatter, and out. Zishan Ali caught. Tell you what, we might be on course for a wicket maiden. Dan Pascoe. That's flatter, that's up in the air. It's a huge moment in the game. Dan Pascoe gets under it, and he takes it.
Ball! Pass from Wakas and Carter behind the stumps. There it is.
He's gone big.
Coverage. Can it? It's over. Oh, just amazing fielding out there by Mo Khan. He's jumped. Couldn't catch it because it was.
There you go. 50 up in dramatic fashion here for PACC. That was a fantastic bit of fielding, I have to say. Tries to go big.
That's it. It's a wicket.
It's coming over the wicket now to the left-hander. Tries to go big. That's into deep mid-wicket, and it's taken. They've lost. Definitely give it a whack. Both of these batters can definitely give it a whack. I tell you what, this scoreline is not reflective of this surface. Got good batting conditions. That's edged down to third man. Atiq Iqbal will not cut it off. That subscribe button, hit that bell icon. Down the track he goes. Tries to go big. Does he get the distance on that? No, but it's one bounce for important boundary here. Hassan Khan Mohammed runs.
Yeah, they ran on very well. That was 2 in it. Put the pressure on the fielders. The throw was a little wide and high, so Got back for that too.
Tries to go big, and he's
Got him!
out of his crease. Really in decent form. Tanweer Afzal, of course. I think he scored at least 1 half century so far in the tournament. So he's in decent form. But nobody has really stepped up. That's uppish. Oh, landing just short of Jay Davidson. And it's been around forever. Close to 2 decades now. Oh, that's a mis-stumping. In fact, it's bold. Yeah, you're right.
I think he's dropped it. It's come out of the gloves and hit the stump.
Capitulated in the final. It's definitely KCC's game to lose. Batting on a runner ball. Hassan Khan Mohammed goes down the ground, finds the gap. That race away, Nasrullah. Has he found the gap? Work to do here for long off. Ooh, a nasty bit of spin. And it looks like it might have gone to the boundary. No, in fact, it's not a boundary.
Just 2.
Batting on 24 off 21. The best of their batters so far today. Bang, he goes between extra cover and long off. Look at that, long off puts in a dive. Doesn't cut it off. Welcome back. It's the second innings between Pakistan Association and KCC. If you're just joining us, the news from the middle is KCC won the toss, decided to bowl first, restricted PACC to 109 for 7. And now KCC need 110 to win at exactly 5.5 runs per over. Aaron Bush, did you predict this at the start of this game?
Any point, Jay. This is it's an interesting final now. The bowlers from Pakistan Association Cricket Club are going to have to really put the pressure on the KCC team. It's opening batting looks like Aziz Khan is on strike with Mo Khan at the non-strikers end, and it's almost time to get this underway.
Absolutely, it's going to be Ehsan Nawaz to open things up here for PACC, bowling the first over of this innings. We have a slip in position as well. Yasim Murtaza at first slip. Here we go, Ehsan Nawaz. Oh yeah, there you go. And that corridor of uncertainty. It's exactly what you need to do. A 6-3 offside field. So you don't want to be erring too straight. Mid on and mid off, both up in the circle. PACC, they need early wickets. Goes down the ground, Azaz. This is going to be the first boundary of the innings. Down to a wideish long off region. Azaz is on fire.
First over, that got me out of my chair. Took a couple of steps down the pitch. Getting aggressive early is Aziz Khan, and 2 bounces over the rope for 4. That's the way to start for Veggie Kingdom KCC.
And of course, the last time these two teams squared off, Azaz Khan got off to an absolute flyer in the power play. He was actually put down twice by the PACC fielders, but he was unable to convert. I tell you what though, it's a small target. If he gets something like a 30 off 15, it could be curtains here for PACC. Pressure, early pressure on Ehsan Nawaz. Down the track again, a thickish inside edge onto his pad, and they scamper through for a single.
KCC are being aggressive in the first over. They're not going to just grind their way to this total of 110 to win. As Khan just again coming down the pitch, got an inside edge, lucky, and got through for the single. Mo Khan comes on strike for his first ball.
Yeah, I tell you what, you can cut the tension here with a knife. We have a decent crowd in as well. Got Nazakat Khan, national men's team skipper, in here today. And of course his side, HKCC, did not make it to the final. In fact, HKCC suffering a very dramatic loss on the opening day to US 5. Yep, there you go, right on the money there, Ehsan Nawaz. A hint of movement away from the right-hander.
Yes, good delivery there. That's the pressure they need to build. And Mo Khan, if you get him out early, that's the way to do it. Otherwise he gets in. He's been a bit out of form actually, so he'll be looking for runs today.
Tell you what, he has the luxury of getting his eye in. The required rate at the start of the innings, just 5.5. Look at that, leaving that one alone.
Very non-T20, especially in the final. Just leaving it outside off, like a good game of test cricket, really.
I'll tell you what though, I have no issues with this. PACC, at least in terms of the numbers, have been the best bowling attack in this tournament so far. And I'm excited to see who bowls from the other end. Do they go for spin early in the form of Yasim Murtaza?
Oh,
that's edged, and that's taken. There you go, finger goes up. That early breakthrough we were talking about, and it's Mo Khan walking back for a big fat 0.
Yeah, continuing his bad run at the moment with the runs on the board, and that's just what Pakistan Association Cricket Club needed. It's now 1-5 after the first over, and now it's getting spicy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to throw a question out to everyone listening and watching on YouTube and Facebook. What is your prediction? Who's going to win the final? Who's going to win the Gencor Men's T20 Premier League? Let us know in that comment section. I tell you what, I'm still favouring KCC.
You'd have to, chasing a 110 for a victory, and especially as the Bubba Show comes out to the wicket. He is in scintillating form. I mean, there's superlatives. Watching him over the last 2 weeks has just been amazing. Big hitting. He starts fast, continues to go fast, and ends it fast. 90 last week. And he was going big at KCC 2 weeks ago as well. So this is going to be a good battle.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was put down as well in that last game. Put down early. Got to 90 runs, as you said. But Babar Hayat, Hong Kong's finest. Gotta say, with that Hong Kong men's national team, every time we select an 11, well, I mean, he's the second name on the team sheet after skipper Nizakat Khan. Babar Hayat, one of the best batters in associate cricket. He's not going to be on strike. It's Azaz. Is that a wide? Yes, it is. Mohammad Waheed. It's not the nicest way to start.
Can't afford to give away extras when you're defending such a small total. Of course, getting warmed up. The length was okay. It just drifted down leg. An easy run for KCC.
There we go. The USRC fast bowler Ali Muhammad is tuned in to our stream on YouTube. Ali Muhammad is fantastic in that last game for USRC. Down the leg side. I think this is out.
Sounded like a noise.
Oh, look at that. The umpire unmoved. I feel like... Oh, I tell you what, Aaron.
I'll have to check the replay. Was it thigh pad maybe then? It sounded like a noise, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, in fact, it was put down by Zishan.
Oh, that might explain it. Ooh, that's costly then.
I tell you what, it was a combination of bat and maybe that arm guard there or glove. There's definitely a little bit of bat on that, but put down by Zishan Ali.
Tough chance down leg side, but when you're defending 109, you need to take those.
Azaz Khan put down yet again. Lets that one go. And like we were saying, he was put down twice the last time these two teams faced off. But PACC, you cannot afford to drop catches today. Every single opportunity, you got to snap it up, PACC. You're playing for that fancy trophy. I just got a glance of that trophy, in fact.
Yeah, the trophy is out. Somebody tonight will be taking that home. We've still got another 19 overs to get through to find out who.
Mohammad Waheed has been smacked. Doesn't get all of it. And that's well fielded by mid-off. Tell you what, a little bit lucky there from Azaz. He's
having a very lucky over, to be honest. It's been quite tidy, only a wide and that single so far. And that brings the Bubba Show on strike. What's going to happen here? He doesn't have to go early and hard, but does he know any better?
Mate, it's Babar Hayat, the single most complete batter in Hong Kong. Hong Kong's finest, Hong Kong's most dangerous. I tell you what, he loves batting here at Mission Road. You could argue it might be his favorite venue in Hong Kong. There you go, guided away, square of the wicket on the offside. It's running down to the boundary. Look at that, he's timed the pants off that, Babar Hayat.
So he's not going to bother waiting, getting his eye in, straight to the boundary. That was a very nice shot too, just picked it through the gap. Had enough on it to get all the way down to the rope, and he's off the mark with a 4.
Mate, I really did not think that was going to go to the boundary.
I thought it was just going to be dabbed to the fielder. It's just so well timed, it made it all the way down to the rope.
Babar Hayat, as easy as you like. Early pressure here on Mohammad Waheed. That's another optimistic appeal. Oh, in fact, signalled wide.
Now, I think the appeal was to try to convince the umpire that there may be something on that, but the umpire wasn't being fooled, given wide.
I think Babar Hayat actually signalled that might have come off my belly.
Speaking of bellies, in the over break, I've got a story about bellies from the first innings. Anyway, let's get through this over first. One more ball, 2 more balls to come after that wide.
And he goes big. He clears mid-on. Has he cleared long on? No, he hasn't. A couple of bounces into that boundary. But that's 2 boundaries in the over now. Pressure on Mohammad Waheed.
Bubba going at 400 at the moment, 8 off 2, and just picking up where he left off in the previous 2 games.
Last ball of the over, that's pushed into the offside, and he's going to steal the strike here. Babar Hayat, look at that. The most complete batter in Hong Kong. After 2 overs, KCC, they're doing well, 17 for 1.
So Jay, speaking of bellies, you might remember in the first innings there was a interesting stumping by KCC. I had a chat to Chris Carter in the break and asked him what actually happened there, and he said, it came off my stomach. It was a stomach stumping.
There you go, Chris Carter. The only mistake he made in that innings, and it resulted in a wicket. I tell you what, KCC in that first innings picking up a belly full of wickets and restricting.
That's very painful.
Yeah, absolutely. I gave myself a bit of a pat on the back there.
Very nice. Right, back to the cricket, 3rd over.
It's Ehsan Nawaz. Picked up a wicket in his first over. Can he make it 2? That's pushed down the ground. Quick call of run, run, run. Babar Hayat, he's so good at this.
This is a highlight of Bubba's new game. His running between the wickets. He runs hard, he runs fast, he wants every single run he can get off his bat. So, and also he runs hard for anybody else batting at the other end, and it's a really good feature of his game this far. Comes down the wicket, does Azaz Khan, and that's gone to the rope. Veggie Kingdom KCC are not hanging about. They're going to chase down this 109 total as quick as possible at the moment.
Mate, I tell you what, there was early hope, of course, with that wicket of Mo Khan. Should have been 2 wickets down. Azaz Khan, it was an easy chance for Zishan Ali down the leg side. And I guess you could say maybe Zishan Ali was a little bit blinded by the body of the batter. But at the end of the day, Zishan Ali, all that experience playing in Pakistan, all that experience playing for Hong Kong. You're a national team player, you have to take those catches.
Now, we've seen Azaz Khan come down the wicket a number of times. So the keeper has now put on the helmet and he's going to stand up behind the stumps to try to keep him in his crease.
4 balls left in this over. Goes big, unnecessary shot, skied it up to Sunny Singh, who gets under it and takes that catch. Sunny Singh at mid-on. So there you have it. It's all 2s, 22 for 2. Is there some hope now for PACC?
There's always hope, and the wickets keep falling. That's what happened when KCC were bowling. So 2 down, 22 on the board. We do like the 2-2-2s. And that Khan out for 10 off 7 balls, I think it is, or maybe it was 8 balls by the time he was caught.
Absolutely, and as you can see on your screens, Jamie Atkinson, Captain Fantastic, walking to the crease. Kicked off the tournament, I believe, with a half century against this very opposition. It was a little too late though, that late innings assault from Jamie Atkinson. But a captain's knock is needed. A partnership is needed right now for KCC. They still have their noses in front, of course. But PACC, the best bowling lineup in the tournament. They've taken 2 early ones.
It's all about wickets for PACC. You can't just grind out for 20 overs and expect to win this game. So they need to keep taking wickets every over if they can. And so far they have. We're in the 3rd. They've already got 2.
What this also means is someone like Yasim Murtaza, there's a chance he will be introduced into the attack in the very next over. That's exactly what I would be doing if I was PACC. Ehsan Nawaz, he's got 2. Look at that, bowling in that channel yet again, left alone. And of course it's Jamie Atkinson on strike, the new batter at the crease. There's been a recent change in rules. It doesn't matter these days if the 2 batters at the crease cross. The new batter is always on strike, unless of course we're starting a new over. And that's pushed into the covers. And in fact, I think I was commentating on the very first international game where that new law came into the effect. I want to say a couple of weeks ago in Japan.
Yeah, and I like the rule, but there is a bit of confusion when all new rules come in from ICC. Occasionally you see people going to the wrong end when they come into bat, but that's a good rule, and that's why Atkinson is on strike right now.
Here we go. Jamie Atkinson pulled away in front of square, hasn't gotten all of it. Deep mid wicket will cut it off. Look at that. We got some fans in here at the Mission Road ground, officially known of course as the Kwong Road Recreation Ground, but no one calls it that. It's Mission Road. Yes, of course, we've got KCC fans in, a couple of mates, parents, partners, children of the players in here at Mission Road. We've got some casual supporters as well.
A number of the juniors were playing just across the road at King George V grounds, so they will be trickling in after their game's complete, filling up and watching the final of the Gencor Premier League. At 23 for 2 after 3, the run rate's fine for the Veggie Kingdom KCC Premier League side, but the wickets will be a little nervy.
I'll tell you what, two best batters to handle any nerves of KCC are out there in the middle right now. Babar Hayat and Jamie Atkinson. You can see Jamie just surveying that leg side field. It's a long leg side boundary, make no mistake about that. And for the first time today we have a change in bowling. It's Nasrullah Rana into the attack. Nasrullah of course will want to work his way back into national contention. Tell you what, I've never seen him bowl quicker. He's had a good tournament so far. One slip in position. Oh, look at that. A generous amount of bounce. Nasrullah right on the money.
Yeah, cut Jamie in half there. He did well to defend it. It was a good delivery. Chance of an outside edge always with those sort of deliveries, and the slip is in place. Jamie will probably be targeting the trophy. Yes, that's what we're playing for today. Who will be lifting that at the end of this game?
Mate, I tell you what, you can fill a lot of mango lassi into that trophy. It's a big one. 23 for 2. Going at just over 6 runs and over. Jamie Atkinson looking for his first boundary. Turns that away on the leg side. It's an easy single.
If PACC keep this field to Bubba, he will 100% be targeting that leg side boundary. There is only a deep square leg and a long on in front of the crease, so there is a large gap out there through mid-wicket, and expect Bubba to probably try to target that area. There's runs there to be had, even if it's not for 4 or 6.
Yeah, no, I like that call. Nothing too extravagant needed right now from KCC. Even if you can nudge it into a gap, pick up 2 runs, it does make a dent in this, well, paltry target of 110 down the leg side. That's going to make a dent in the target. The umpire gets some exercise. KCC get a bonus run.
Pakistan Association Cricket Club still up in the field. You can hear them all cheering on the bowler and getting the team up to get an extra wicket.
Quick call of 2. Are they going to take the chance? Yes, they are. Jamie Atkinson, in fact, the throw coming in to the striker's end, and they make it back easily.
Yeah, that's the gap I'm talking about. It is huge. There's 2 runs out there every day of the week, so just look to Bubba to tickle it even. He could just drop it in. Now they've making the field change. Slip comes out, so there is protection in that leg side area now to stop the 2 runs.
good little contest here between bat and ball. I tell you what, PACC, if they can get Bobber nice and early, it's going to make things interesting. That's wrapped on the pads. Oh no! The umpire's unmoved. And you know what? I'm going to side with the umpire. Maybe that one was just heading over that middle stump.
Yeah, I could have been a little high. I'll have to check the replay. It seemed to hit very high on Bubba's pads, and he's a rather tall lad, but the umpire's decision is final. PACC were very convinced that that was out, but Bubba survives another day.
Man, I tell you what, it was marginal, because there is definitely less bounce from this end than the other end. Aaron, I don't know, that was too close.
Those 50-50s, if they go your way in the final, that's how you lift the trophy.
It's wrapped on the pads. The umpire, he really thought about it. That digs it in short. That's pulled away in front of square and pulled all the way for 6.
The Bubba Show goes big. That's his first 6 of the final. That was gimme, really. It was short. It was in the right slow. You could just wind on it and hit it straight over the rope.
That was one heck of a response from Babar Hayat, saying, hey, I know you wrapped me on the pads, but I still want to go after you. Clearing cow corner. There you go, getting a bit tongue-tied in the commentary box.
They did put a fielder in short to stop his 2, so he decided just to go over his head for 6.
A slower delivery, he skied that up in the air. It's going to be tough. Mid-off is running back. He's not going to get to it. He cuts it off. He prevents the boundary. I tell you what, though, that mid-off fielder looks like Tanveer Afzal, the skipper, just struggling to judge that. I think he should have kept running.
I think if that was outside the power play, Bubba would have been out, but it was a tough run back. Bit of breeze, swirly, running backwards and looking over the top of your head. It's a tough catch. But sometimes, if Bubba gives you a chance, you really need to try to take it.
Tell you what, it's been an eventful first 4 overs, 35 for 2. It's been a very unpredictable final, I gotta say.
Just under 9 and over.
Yeah, that's PACC. They need to drag things back. They need wickets as well. Ehsan Nawaz, he's taken both wickets to fall so far. Can he make it 3 wickets? Slip in position. Oh, look at that. Nice and quick, Ehsan Nawaz. Right on the money from Nawaz. And he continues to bowl with 1 slip in position to a 6-3 offside field. Push to backward point, a quick single, and they make it in easily. In fact, it's going to be overthrows deep mid-wicket. You should have been backing up. It could be more overthrows.
Well, getting cheeky there for a 3rd, but that was Bubba again. As soon as the ball left the bowler's hand, he was down that pitch, halfway down, ready to go, and they got 2 with the overthrow. Costly for Pakistan Association. You can't be giving away those runs.
Yeah, absolutely. Hamid Khan there, deep mid-wicket. He really should have been running in, should have been backing up. It's probably a little bit too far for fine leg to travel. I know it sounds like I'm being harsh, but you're defending 110. That's pulled away, not short enough. And it's that man once again, Hamid Khan, doing the fielding. That's a strong throw from the deep.
There's that gap again. Pakistan Association are leaving the leg side open, so the runs are there, 1s and 2s. Very easy because there's just no coverage from behind the wicket all the way up to where we're sitting near long on.
72 needed off 93 deliveries. The required run rate is, well, it's not going to be a problem.
That's
for KCC.
You don't usually hear the runs required being less than the ball in a T20 game.
Yeah, no. Trouble here. That's down the leg side.
Yeah.
That's a very optimistic appeal. Sliding down leg. Pick up a nice cheeky leg by there.
Don't ask, don't get, Jay. You got to ask, but yes, that was definitely going down leg side. wrapped Atkinson on the boot. Got a leg by through. No, did they?
Mate, I
That
tell
was
you
Bubba
what.
on strike.
Tell you what, that LBW in that last over, my mind keeps coming back to that. It was so close. I feel like maybe it was just hitting the top of middle. It's a marginal call. Oh, nicked this time. It's taken. Jamie Atkinson nicks through to an ecstatic Zishan Ali. Lets out a big roar. It's 3 wickets down, and there's still hope here for PACC.
Yes, taking a wicket basically every 10-12 balls runs at the moment, which is what they need. It's the only way they're going to win this game. And that was a regulation nick and catch. Jamie just prodded at it and went straight through to the keeper. So that brings Veggie Kingdom KCC to 39 for 3. 71 runs to win off 91 balls.
And now walking in at number 5, you're going to see that in a second. It's going to be Simandeep Singh walking to the crease, and Pakistan Association, of course, having a mid-pitch conference. See Hassan Khan Muhammad there in the sunglasses and curly hair. Simandeep walking to the crease to join Babar Hayat at a crucial juncture. Not just in the context of this game, but in the context of the entire tournament. We're playing for the trophy here in the final of the Gencor Men's T20 Premier League.
Yeah, Singh and Bubba really like batting together. 2 weeks ago, I think KCC with something like 16 for 3. These two came to the crease, and then the fireworks began. So I don't think KCC will be stressing too much at the moment, but wickets fall and anything's possible.
And Ehsan Nawaz, I think this has been the best new ball spell of the tournament so far. 3 wickets in his first 2.5 overs. He's been fire emoji so far today. 3 fire emojis for Ehsan Nawaz. Can he get his 4th wicket? Look at that, nice and fast, right on the money. Good way to end a successful over for Pakistan Association. KCC 39 for 3. Look at that, Ehsan Nawaz picks up his cap. He can be incredibly proud of his performance. He's been brilliant throughout the tournament, in fact.
Yeah, you can't expect anything more from your fast bowler than 3 overs, 3 wickets for 14 runs in the final when you're defending 109. So he's done his job perfectly, and now it's up to the other bowlers to support him and take a few more wickets.
And I like this move, Yasim Murtaza, the left arm spinner, into the attack. We spoke about this before the game. He was a key player for PACC, both with bat and with ball. Got into the 30s with the bat. Unfortunately, couldn't quite kick on. But Yasim Murtaza, one of the first names on that Hong Kong national team sheet. He was brilliant at the Asia Cup qualifiers. Hong Kong, of course, undefeated at the qualifiers, making it through to the main Asia Cup tournament where they pushed India, in fact.
This is what we like to see. Hong Kong men's team player versus Hong Kong team player. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a big contest. Yasim versus Babar. Punched away off the back foot. Doesn't find the gap. That's a good bit of work, Ehsan Nawaz.
It came straight off the middle. It was flying. It was well fielded. Kept it to a dot ball to start.
Yeah, Ehsan Nawaz actually looking in our direction, saying, "Who is that man screaming out my name?" That's tossed up, pushed. This time it beats Nasrullah Rana in the covers, down to Hassan Khan Muhammad at long off, an easy single.
4 more balls of the power play before Pakistan Association can put more fielders out.
Yeah, and it's interesting you say that. I wonder how are KCC going to play this. If I was them, I'd live to fight another day. Look at that, right on the money. Yeah, I don't see Simandeep Singh taking any risks. 2 balls left in the power play. They can afford to do this, KCC. Just play out the overs from Yasim Murtaza. Make sure he goes wicketless. Ooh, look at that. A little bit late on that, Simandeep Singh. And in fact, now we have 2 balls left in the power play.
It's a good over so far, only 1 from it. That one cramped Singh a bit.
Got slip in position. Tanveer Afzal once again. A flat arm ball, a little bit fuller as well. Fuller and faster. Could have gone on to that leg stump.
Coming on to Singh a little bit faster, and he's very lucky there. He could have easily just chopped straight on.
Tossed up. That's an optimistic appeal. Might have come off the bat.
It was very optimistic, but that is the end of the power play. KCC 40 for 3.
I tell you what, it's been a bowler's day so far. I tell you what, there aren't any major demons in this wicket either. Maybe it's a 160 type of wicket. It's not an absolute, flat batting paradise, but it's not a 109 for 7 type of wicket.
We've done 26 overs so far and still haven't got to 160, so the pitch is either doing something or the bowlers have brought their A game, because this is the Gencor Premier League final.
Mate, I tell you what, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. There's a wasp somewhere next to us, and I'm hoping that wasp flies away. Aaron Bush, it's gone quiet in the commentary box all of a sudden.
I'm looking for the wasp. Anyway, here comes the 7th over.
Yeah, change in bowling. Mohammad Waheed back into the attack. Ooh, left alone. Babar Hayat, how close was that to your off stump? But for the first time today, we see long on and long off both back on the boundary. And that's because we're out of the power play. Tell you what, Pakistan Association, if you can get Babar Hayat out right now, it could make a huge difference. Watchfully played. It's a good spell of cricket here for PACC. The last 10 or 15 minutes. And of course, they recently took the big wicket. Well, the big wickets of Azaz Khan and Jamie Atkinson.
Yep, they've got the top order out, and now it's up to this partnership to probably steer KCC home, hopefully, for them.
Oh, that's too short. Is he going to pay the price? Nasrullah Rana will not cut that off. And you can see Mohammad Waheed just down on his haunches.
You cannot bowl there to Bubba. He's going to put you to the boundary every single day of the week. There is coverage out there, but he hit it so hard, so fast, there was no way the fielder was going to cut it off. And it was a 4. Bubba races to 25 off 14 balls, scoring at 178.
Yep, 44 for 3. Push down the ground. Oh, good piece of fielding, Mohammad Waheed.
Good ball after going for a boundary. Kept to a dot ball.
Mohammad Waheed, of course, has been in and around that Hong Kong national team setup. We saw him last year at the All-Star Series. Good chance we see him at the All-Star Series in 2022. Ooh, look at that. A sharp amount of movement back into Babar.
Wow, that was well kept out, but that was a great delivery. That's where he needs to be bowling to Bubba.
Yeah, he's bowled 4 good deliveries in this over. Just that one short and wide delivery, conceding a boundary.
Sadly, the one bad ball per over is all KCC really need at this point, so all balls have to be on the money for PACC.
Last ball of the 7th. That's guided away. Backward point will cut this off. A dot ball to close things out. 44 for 3 after 7.
Bubba thought he had a single there, wanted to get the strike again for the 8th over, but there was no run in it, and he got a bit upset, shook his head. But it'll be Atkinson on strike for the 8th over.
Tell you what, it's been a really pleasant day.
Sorry. Singh is on, Atkinson is out.
Ah, there you go, yeah.
The wasp is buzzing my head and rattled my brain or something.
Oh, mate, thank God that wasp decided to fly away.
You were telling me before the game about wasps and you weren't selling it to me. We're sitting outside here. There's not like we got windows to shut the wasp out of. Anyway, 8th over is on.
Yasim Murtaza still looking for his first wicket, tosses it up. That goes down the ground, it clears mid-on. Has it cleared the boundary? Not quite. Couple of bounces. And into that long on boundary for 4.
That gets Singh off the mark. He was on 0 after 5 balls, but got his eye in. Now he's 4 off 6.
And it forces a change in field. Mid-on drops back to long on. Ooh, a dill scoop. That's running down to fine leg. Is it going to get there? Yes, consecutive boundaries for KCC. And 50 up. 52 for 3 now after 7.2.
That's a pretty way to bring up your 50. Got creative. He'd been a bit slow off his first 5 balls, and all of a sudden he's hit back-to-back 4s. Singh now races to 8 off 7.
And 102 people now watching on YouTube. I invite you to help spread the word about associate cricket and cricket in Hong Kong. Share the link to this live stream with your friends and family on Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Twitter. Yasim Murtaza has just been hit for 2 boundaries. That's much better. Ooh, he's not happy.
No. He only went for 1 off his first over, and he's gone for 8 off this second over, so a little cranky.
Look at that, we now have 107 viewers. Maybe some people are following my advice and sharing the link to this live stream with their friends and loved ones.
If we get to 112, you can claim that was the total you were going for. Apart from 2 4s to start with, we've got back with 2 dot balls. The over going quite well for PACC. False start. We'll re-bowl that.
It's a 5-4 leg side field, so Yasim Murtaza. In fact, it's a 5-4 offside field. So Yasim Murtaza cannot afford to be too wide.
It's a good delivery. That's what he needs.
Still, of course, is a slip in position. And I like this from Tanveer Afzal, the skipper. He's the one standing there at first slip. And that's whipped down to long on for an easy single. Good batting here from Simandeep Singh. 53 for 3 now after 8.
Veggie Kingdom KCC Premier League team now need 57 from the remaining 12 overs. So the run rate's not a problem. It's a matter of wickets for PACC if they want to hold the trophy aloft at the end of this game for the Premier League final. But with these 2 in now, they're starting to get their eye in. Singh moves up to 9 and Bubba's on 25 from 17, so he's doing what Bubba does.
$53 for 3. I'm trying to do my math here. Another 57 to win, of course, in 72 deliveries. But PACC, they need wickets, and they need wickets right now. Mohammad Waheed. That's guided away down to 3rd man. Nice round of applause as well from that KCC dugout.
That's all they need to do. Rotate the strike, get the singles here and there, 2s, the occasional boundary. The trophy is theirs. It's wickets, wickets, wickets for PACC. That's all that matters. And this wicket would be the biggest of them if they can get Bubba out. On strike now.
Deep square leg in position. He pulls it, but pulls it over long on.
That was big. That almost went over the fence.
Yeah, and for a minute we thought we were in trouble.
I had the hands out ready for a catch, but it just went to the right of us. It just clipped the top of the fence, otherwise it would be on the road behind us. Bubba goes big again. It's another 6, moves on 31 from 18 deliveries.
Yeah, mate, it's like he's playing a totally different game. And we spoke about this earlier as well. If they get Babar Hayat, it could make things interesting. Not to be, however. Babar Hayat, he's been brilliant today. 31 off 18. Pressure once again on Mohammad Waheed, who goes short. He's guided away. Has he found that gap, Babar? Yes, he has. Not looking to overhit the ball for the second time in this innings.
Just guided it down there, didn't he? There's a big cheer from the KCC dugout. He's hit 10 off 2. The first one was a nice cross bat belt over the fielder for 6. That one was a very beautifully timed shot down to the rope for 4. Bubba moves to 35 off 19, going at 184.
Yeah, and as you could see on that replay just there, using the pace of Mohammad Waheed. And Mohammad Waheed, well, he's that sort of bowler, loves to dig it in. So sometimes he gets a bit predictable. You can just camp out on that back foot. Is he going to change up his length, Mohammad Waheed? No, he isn't. Changes his line, in fact, and lucky to get away with that one. Should have been back-to-back boundaries, but Hassan Khan Mohammad puts in a diving stop there at fine leg.
12 off the over, 2 to come. It's been expensive for PACC this over. Singh on strike. He's just doing the push it around, switch the strike, put Bubba back on strike. Let's see what happens here.
Moves across his stumps and guides that down to third man. Simandeep Singh, I gotta say, he's playing this nicely, and I think it's the end of the over. In fact, 1 ball left. Babar Hayat, I think he's gonna go big again. Aaron Bush, I'm calling it.
Okay, the Bubba show's been called. Let's see. Already 13 off this over.
And that required rate is actually below 4 runs and over for the first time in this innings. Waheed to Babar. Will he go big? Maybe not. Turned away into the leg side, deep mid wicket. In fact, deep square leg cuts it off.
Bubba retains the strike at the end of the 9th over. KCC 67 for 3. A few shadows coming over the ground at the moment as the sun slowly sets. It's coming up to 4 p.m. 11 overs left in this game to see who wins the Gencor Premier League final and raises that trophy over their head. The wind has just picked up, actually. That might make things a little interesting. It's quite gusty. Looking at the trees, the tops are blowing around quite a bit. Just a big breeze blew through. Anyway, move on to the 10th over. Bubba on strike. Veggie Kingdom KCC Premier League team 67 for 3, chasing 109. That continues. Ooh, Bubba didn't know much about that one. Got him all sort of cross-axled. That was a good delivery from Yasim. Yasim's 3rd over, currently none for 10. Oh, again, had Bubba stretching. Some good bowling here. Keeping the runs down, but wickets necessary. Again, there is the leg side for PACC is empty apart from on the ropes, so anything that goes on the leg side will be at least a single. And again, Bubba tries to get around there and couldn't. It's the 3rd dot ball of the over. Bubba just taking a quick break, re-put his gear on. 43 runs required off 63 balls for KCC. Again, pushes it out on the offside for a single. Takes KCC to 68. Singh back on strike. He's just pushing it around, as I said last over. It seems his job is just to rotate the strike, get a single, put Bubba back on strike. Goes down on one leg, just prods it around the corner. There's huge gaps out there, so that's an easy single for KCC. One more ball left in the over. Only 2 offered so far. Very tidy from Medazar. Changing the field. Another fielder goes across on the offside. It's definitely where they're trying to bowl. See if they can trap Bubba on the offside. But that's the end of the over. Only 2 offered. Veggie Kingdom KCC Premier League team 69 for 3, and we're going to take a drinks break here at the cricket after the 10th over. We'll be back very shortly.
Here we go, second half of the second innings. I don't think it's going to last 10 overs though. Just 41 needed now for KCC. 7 wickets in hand. You never know. But I tell you what, PACC, you need that big wicket of Big Barber right now. 69 for 3. Ehsan Nawaz back into the attack. It's the final throw of the dice, you get the feeling. Into his very last over. Oh, look at that. Punched off the back foot. Nice shot, but just a single for Simandeep Singh.
Yes, these next 2-3 overs will be vital for both teams, really. KCC can put it to bed if they go big, but if a few wickets were to fall, then we've got a game on our hands.
And who better to take that 4th wicket than Ehsan Nawaz, the pick of the bowlers so far for PACC. He's got 5 balls left in his spell. Tucked away straight to Yasim Murtaza at mid-wicket.
Yeah, PACC are not holding back. They're bowling out their best bowler. He's already got 3 wickets, the only 3 wickets of the game. They're hoping for at least another one in this last over so they can have a chance at this trophy at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I like how he's used Ehsan Nawaz as well. 3 overs up front, pitches it up. Oh, Hassan Khan Muhammad. That's a very untidy bit of fielding, and it costs PACC 4 valuable runs. You can see on that replay as well, over pitching there, Ehsan Nawaz. One of the few mistakes he's made today.
And it pushes Bubba into the 40s, 42 off 28 balls. And he is on way to make another 50.
I tell you what, Hassan Khan Muhammad, he's better than that. Should just got out that long barrier. It was easy. That's worked away. Nice and straight though from Ehsan Nawaz. He only has 2 balls left. I beg your pardon. Just shaking his head now as he walks back to his run up.
This partnership now 35, 36 to win.
That's guided away. It should be at least a single. In fact, it looks like, well, decided against the 2 and wisely so.
Very wisely so. That would have been a catastrophic run out had they come back for the second. They don't need to be doing that. They've got the run rate under control. They've got wickets in hand, but they don't need to be throwing them away.
So good at that, Babar Hayat, just guiding that ball down to that 3rd man region. Simandeep Singh is pretty good at that as well, and we see a change in field actually. Yasim Murtaza moves to, I'm not sure what to call that, a squarish 3rd man or just a gully, a fine-ish gully maybe, but a dot ball to close things out after 11. It's 75 for 3. What would you call that fielder? Squarish 3rd man?
I'm going to call it whatever you like.
Yeah.
It was an interesting spot. It wasn't needed in the end. It was a dot ball at the end of the over.
Look at that. They're putting all their cards on the table here, PACC. They know they need wickets, and Yasim Murtaza, now he's into his final over.
He hasn't managed to snare a wicket yet, but he has bowled very economically.
Oh, he's cut that away. Out of the keeper's gloves almost, but Sunny Singh does well, keeps it down to a single.
PACC need a wicket this over if they're any chance to win this.
That's defended straight back down the ground. It's gone a bit quiet here in the field for PACC. I get the sense that the writing might be on the wall. It's not over, of course. 34 still needed. 34 needed, 7 wickets in hand. That's cut away. Finds the fielder.
At the moment, KCC can just see out these top tier bowlers and work on the second string bowlers to get their runs needed. At the moment, that's all they're doing. Dot balls, ones occasionally. Not taking any risks at this point. It's only the 12th over.
Tossed up, respect shown to Yasim Murtaza yet again. It's been a common theme throughout this innings. It looks like KCC, part of their game plan is just playing out this Yasim Murtaza spell without conceding any wickets. 2 balls left in Yasin's spell. That's worked away into the leg side. They're thinking about 2. They're not going to risk it. But that equation now reduces to 33 needed. Babar Hayat on strike. He's been fantastic today. 44 off 31, making, well, he's making a run for player of the match. But if KCC get over the line, a big chunk of that credit would go to someone like Dan Pascoe.
You'd have to say, right, that was some exceptional bowling that got them in the game to start with. But Bubba's still in there. If he does a big knock, gets up his 50 and gets them over the line, he'll be a chance as well. And while there's a bit of a lull in the PACC fielding team, the birds have started chirping as we've passed the 4 p.m. mark. They're getting involved in the game. Right on cue.
Yeah, I guess the birds have found out that Babar Hayat is batting.
Well, they might be in danger if they keep sitting in that tree there.
Like that. All those fans in here at Mission Road. It's hot, but they're braving the heat there. In fact, we do have tented and shaded areas. And maybe they just want a good view down there in the bleachers. Tell you what, it's been one heck of a view. Babar Hayat, 44 off 31. Down the leg side, should be a wide, and yes. Change in bowler, of course. Hassan Khan Mohammed into the attack for the first time today. And he was definitely the best of PACC's batters. Struck some crucial boundaries there at the end, pushed them up to 109 for 7. And you always got the feeling it just wasn't going to be enough for PACC. Here comes Hassan. Oh, look at that. That's nasty. Short and quick. It looks like it's wrapped Simandeep Singh on the gloves. Gone down to third man for a single.
Given a run by the umpire, so he got glove on it, but it really raised up on him. He wasn't expecting it, but guided it down safely.
And we spoke about this as well. Well, even at the toss, some greenery on the pitch. There's definitely bounce available if you bend your back from this end.
And Bubba needs a 6 to get his 50. Is it coming this over? We shall see.
Is he going to go short again? Just hitting that hard length, Hassan Khan Mohammed. And of course, earlier in the day, Babar Hayat was wrapped on the pads by Nasrullah Rana. It was turned down by the umpire, who really thought about it. But the next ball, Babar Hayat pulled it in front of square and over deep mid-wicket for 6 of the best. Another maximum, like you said, Aaron, will take him to 50. 31 needed to win. Oh, look at that! A leading edge pops over. Hassan Khan Mohammed, a lucky single. Could have been the 4th wicket down.
Yeah, if somebody was at just a normal long on there, might have been a catch on mid on. And Bubba survives. He moves up to 45 off 34. But PACC are pinning them down here a bit. There's been a while since we've had a boundary. A lot of dot balls. Run rate is right on 4 required.
Tucked away, down the ground. Hassan Khan Mohammed unable to prevent the single. That's all that KCC need to do. Just pick up those singles. Boundary balls will definitely come, especially if Babar Hayat is at the crease. $29 needed in 44 deliveries. But I guess required run rate, well, it's purely trivial at this point. PACC, they need wickets. Hassan Khan Mohammed, he was brilliant with the bat. Can he deliver with ball in hand? Oh, that's edged, a thick outside edge, and it beats third man to his right. In fact, 2 is right. Fortuitous boundary here for Babar Hayat. And he moves on to 49 off 36. I tell you what, Babar Hayat, he's been playing a different game to everyone else. By far the best of the batters on show today. Hong Kong's finest. He's justified that tag. 25 needed to win now. Short. Ooh, misses out on that one. Definitely should have slapped that away for a single at the very least. Nonetheless, the end of yet another good over for KCC. They're 85 for 3.
Yes, Pakistan Association are currently protecting the boundaries because they know that's the way the game is going to end very quickly, but it is allowing the strike to tick over. It allowed Bubba to have a wild swing it and get a top edge that actually end up going for 4 anyway. So at the moment it's a rock and a hard place for Pakistan Association. What do they do to stem the flow of runs? They need wickets.
A change in bowling for the first time today. Skipper Tanveer Afzal has introduced himself into the attack. Tanveer Afzal, of course, a hard-hitting batter, missed out today. Skied a catch off the bowling of Dan Pascoe and was dismissed in single figures. Tanveer Afzal didn't make much of an impact with the bat. Can he change things around? First ball for Tanveer, right on the money.
The bowling's good at the moment. It's becoming a bit of a grind for both teams. There's dot balls and singles mostly, except for Bubba's fortuitous 4 in the last over. Of course, that's all they need, an over, 4, after scoring 8, I think, on that last over. So the run rate, again, inconsequential.
Yeah, no, you're right. Dragging things back, PACC. And it's guided to backward point yet again. And of course, required run rate, not much of an issue. But still, if you're a batter, you don't like playing out overs with just 1 or 2 runs. It doesn't matter what the required run rate is, you do get a little bit itchy and anxious after a while.
11 dot balls in the last 18.
Well, there you go. Simandeep Singh. Ooh, a thick inside edge onto his pad. He was looking for that leg side gap there. Tanveer Afzal. Once upon a time, he was known as Hong Kong's Glenn McGrath. Very metronomical action. Tanveer Afzal doesn't do anything fancy with the ball, but he's very, very accurate. Very confident cricketer, Tanveer Afzal. That's lofted. Has he cleared mid-off? Just about. And that's an important boundary for Simandeep Singh, but a very streaky one.
Only inches away. The fielder was a little bit back, a little bit taller maybe. That was going into the mitts, but over the head it went for 4.
It also brings up the 50 partnership between Babar Hayat and Simandeep Singh off 53 deliveries. A very important stand given the fact that they were 39 for 3 at one stage. After 5 overs, in fact, 39 for 3. That's pitched up and guided to backward point, who's unable to prevent the single.
Brings Bubba on strike. 1 more to get his 50. Will he get it this over? We shall see.
.20 needed of 37 deliveries. That required run rate coming down somewhere close to 3 runs and over. You can see Babar Hayat just eyeing up his options, eyeing up those gaps in the field.
Anything on leg is going to be a run because there is gaps everywhere.
Yeah, he needs 1 for his half century. Pushes it into cover. Ooh, a nasty bounce. A misfield. And there you go. Babar Hayat gets to a well-deserved half century. A match-winning, a tournament-winning half century here from Babar Hayat.
Yeah, and it's been well played. I mean, there's a couple of risks, a couple of edges. That LBW decision we've talked about before, but mostly it's Bubba doing the Bubba things, and the Bubba show has got to 50 again.
Yeah, now just 19 runs needed for victory. I'm going to test out my mental math. I'm not going to look at the screen. 19 and 6 overs, that is 3.16 or 3.17 runs per over.
Yes, 3.17. Bang on. Not only do you do temperatures, you do run rates as well.
Here we go. Hassan Khan Muhammad. Oh, that's very short and very wide. There you go. Now down to 3 runs and over.
Yeah, that was a very loose delivery. It was very short, and if it wasn't very wide, it was going to get hit. So you don't bowl out there to Bubba, but it was too wide for him to get a bat on it. He gets the run anyway, and they have to bowl the ball again.
Yeah, I tell you what, Hassan Khan Muhammad, brilliant with the bat. A little bit shaky in the field, couple of misfields. Dived over one, it went for 4. That's Fuller. And smash down to Sunny Singh at long on. You get the feeling it's last rides here for PACC before this game, undefeated in the tournament. They won 4 out of 4, a huge reversal from last year when they lost all 4 of their games. But 109 for 7, it was always going to prove a challenging total to defend. That's a thick outside edge down to the 3rd man. Just a single.
Short again, bit of anger perhaps in the bowling at the moment. The writing's on the wall, only 16 to get. Been a long day in the sun. The shadows slowly creeping over the ground. I don't think they'll make it to the pitch by the time this game's over.
Look at that, a breeze blowing past here at Mission Road. That's slapped straight to cover. Tell you what, it's gone very, very quiet. You get the sense the result is just a foregone conclusion. Heading into this game, both of these teams so evenly matched, but it has not been an even contest. 16 more needed for victory.
Ooh, that's gone
Make
big.
that 10.
Oh, it's on the
Sails over mid-wicket. Babar Hayat for the 3rd time today, clearing the boundary. And look at that, 100 up as well for KCC. The countdown begins. Just 10 more runs needed for victory. And you can see 3rd umpire S. Gandhi walking out with a new set of balls. Every time we lose a ball, I believe we lose, like $500.
Yep, and that one's on the roof. Someone will get a ladder out, I'm sure, but at the moment it is not recoverable, so we'll get a new ball.
Made $500, that's 4 or 5 biryanis right there. There you can see the chairman of CHK, Burji Shroff. You're going to see him at the presentation ceremony at the end of this game. And of course, at the end of this broadcast, stick around. We're going to have highlights for you. And we're also going to have that presentation ceremony. You'll find out what the winning captain and losing captains have to say. All-Star Series, of course, kicks off on Thursday. Big Babar goes bang straight over us here in the commentary box. S. Gandhi, mate, you got to run out once again. We've lost 2 balls in the space of 2 deliveries.
That one has gone over the fence and down onto the road behind us. That one's not coming back in any time soon. That was a big hit from Bubba. Back-to-back 6s. He moves to 63 from 41 balls. Only a 4 required.
Yeah, made a little bit of Virat Kohli versus Pakistan in that shot. Going straight down the ground. Oh, that Argyle Street Housing Society. I hope that hasn't crashed into a vehicle. Here we go. 4 to win. Is it going to happen right now? Maybe not.
Bubba tried. That was a big swing, but just got a little inside edge, and it's a single. That's the end of the over. KCC, Veggie Kingdom Premier League team, 106 for 3, only requiring 4 more runs for victory.
Yeah, in fact, they just need 3 runs. And they've got 30 balls to do it in.
Sorry.
A required run rate, once again, I'm not going to look. A required run rate of 0.6 runs per over.
Like a magician, Jay. A numbers man. That won't be the percentage, the run rate that KCC will be worrying about at this point. They just know they need 3 runs to win. They've got 5 overs to do it in, so it could all be over this over.
Yeah, it could end right now. Babar on strike. 3 needed for victory. Down the leg side. Oh, make that 2. Here we go, 2 more runs for victory. 2 more runs and KCC will lift that trophy. The Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. Babar on strike. Ooh, bit of an anticlimax. I was hoping for a massive hit down the ground. Maybe into a wideish long on, deep mid-wicket region. See deep square leg, deep mid-wicket and long on, all back on the rope. And you can see why. Babar Hayat on strike. The dangerous Babar Hayat. He's going to head into that All-Star Series in peak form. 2 more runs needed. That's tucked away off his legs. This could be it. They're going to come back for the 2. Are they going to make it in? Babar Hayat, absolutely. A match-winning knock here for Babar Hayat. And KCC win the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. They won 3 out of 4 games in the group stages. And of course, apologies, 4 out of 5 games. No, 3 out of 4 games in the group stages. And defeating the previously undefeated PACC in the big final here at Mission Road. 109 for 7. Aaron Bush, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, the Veggie Kingdom KCC team all celebrating over in the dugout, and that was comprehensive. It started with restricting PACC to only 109. Nobody expected that. This is a team that's not lost a game all season, but that's how you win a final. And then they've come out, only lost 3 wickets. Bubba's gone for 66 of 44 deliveries at 150 to win the game, and it was a comprehensive victory for KCC in the end.
Absolutely, winning with many overs to spare. Winning with, well, close to 5 overs to spare. And of course, if you missed any of the action, don't worry, we've got highlights for you coming up right after this broadcast. I'm one of your 2 commentators for the day, Jay Dansagahani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansagahani. Aaron Bush, you can follow him at Tripperhead, the single best citizen journalist in Hong Kong. Aaron Bush, we had a celebrity in the house today. But of course, a huge win here for KCC, winning the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League title. A big thank you for all of you for tuning in to this broadcast, and a big thank you to our sponsors Gencor for sponsoring this tournament and supporting cricket in Hong Kong for, well, it's been many years now. Gencor, thank you so much. We couldn't have done this without you. And stick around. On the other side of this broadcast, we're going to have the highlights and presentation ceremony.
Far for KCC.
It's a 5-4 offside field that's taken by the cover fieldsman. So that over wide-ish long on. 7 runs off the over so far, best one of the innings. Oh, and it gets
looks
even
like
better.
It's going big.
Hey,
That's
you
a match
called
run.
it. Look at that. Shorter, flatter, and out. Zishan Ali caught. Tell you what, we might be on course for a wicket maiden. Dan Pascoe. That's flatter, that's
might
up
be
in
a
the air. It's a huge moment in the game. Dan Pascoe gets under it, and he takes it.
Ball! Pascoe.
There you go. 50 up in dramatic fashion here for PACC. That was a fantastic bit of fielding, I have to say. Tries to go
in the
big.
air. That's
Taken.
it! It's a wicket!
Have been the best bowling attack in this tournament so far. And I'm excited to see who bowls from the other end. Do they go for spin early in the form of Yasim Murtaza?
Oh,
That's edged, and that's taken.
to try to keep him in his crease.
4 balls left in this over. Goes big, unnecessary shot, skied it up to Sunny Singh, who gets under it and takes that.
Yeah, those 50-50s, if they go your way in the final, that's how you lift the trophy.
It's wrapped on the pads. The umpire, who really thought about it,
That
digs it in short. That's pulled away in front of square and pulled all the way. That LBW in that last over. My mind keeps coming back to that. It was so close. I feel like maybe it was just hitting the top of middle. It's a marginal call. Oh, nicked this.
And now it's up to this partnership to probably steer KCC home, hopefully, for them.
Oh, that's too short. Is he going to pay the price? Nasrullah Rana will not. Murtaza still looking for his first wicket. Tosses it up. That goes down the ground. It clears mid-on. Has it cleared the boundary? Not quite. Couple of bounces. And into that long on boundary for 4.
That gets Singh off the mark. He was his eye in. Now he's 4 off 6.
And it forces a change in field. Mid-on drops back to long on. Ooh, a dill scoop. That's running down to fine leg. Is it going to get there? Yes, consecutive boundaries.
And this wicket would be the biggest of them if they can get Bubba out. On strike now.
Deep square leg in position. He pulls it, but pulls it over long on.
That was
Babar Hayat, he's been brilliant today. 31 off 18. Pressure once again on Muhammad Waheed, who goes short. He's guided away. Has he found that gap, Babar? Yes, he has.
last over so they can have a chance at this trophy at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I like how he's used Ehsan Nawaz as well. 3 overs up front. Pitches it up. Oh, Hassan Khan Muhammad. That's a very untidy bit of fielding. Wickets. Hassan Khan Muhammad, he was brilliant with the bat. Can he deliver with ball in hand? Oh, that's edged. A thick outside edge, and it beats third man to his right. In fact, to... very confident cricketer Tanveer Afzal. That's lofted. Has he cleared mid-off? Just about.
Gaps everywhere.
Yeah, he needs 1 for his half century. Pushes it into cover. Ooh, a nasty bounce. A misfield. And there you go. Babar Hayat gets to a well-deserved half century. A match winning. 16 more needed for victory.
That's gone
Make
big.
that 10.
Oh, it's on the
Sails over mid-wicket. Babar Hayat for the 3rd time. The winning captain and losing captains have to say. All-Star Series, of course, kicks off on Thursday. Big Bobber goes bang straight over us here in the commentary box. Into that All-Star Series in peak form. 2 more runs needed. That's tucked away off his legs. This could be it. They're going to come back for the 2. Are they going to make it in? Babar Hayat, absolutely. Stand right next to me. Why not? Sure. It might make more sense if you're on my left. Yeah, so I'm just close to the mic. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Welcome to the final presentation ceremony of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. KCC, of course, winning with close to 5 overs to spare chasing down Pakistan Association's 109 for 7. So big congratulations to Jamie Atkinson and the rest of the team. But of course, I'd like to thank, well, quite a few people. Firstly, our sponsors, Gencor, for supporting and sponsoring this tournament. Gencor, we would not have been able to pull off this tournament without you. Thank you so much for supporting this tournament and cricket in Hong Kong for, well, an extended period of time now. Of course, I'd like to thank both clubs, Pakistan Association and KCC, for making it to the final and playing this final in really good spirits. A big thank you also to the match officials for today and throughout the tournament. The ground staff, they've been brilliant. It was a really good batting, well, it was a good wicket. It was a good wicket. I'll say that today. Nice and green, no doubt about that. The broadcast team as well, Nitesh, Atif, all the camera people, Azaik, and I guess all the commentators as well. And of course, a big thank you to all the fans and supporters for creating a great atmosphere today. It sounded really, really good on the live stream. And thank you to all the fans at home as well for tuning in throughout the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. I'd like to kick things off by inviting the skipper who finished second today. Tanveer, if you could join me up here for a few brief words. Tanveer, my commiserations on the loss today. Like we spoke of in the toss, you were undefeated coming into the final today. But what do you think went wrong?
Well, it's a credit to KCC bowling units. We were 25 run short, I think. So congratulations to them.
Yeah, no doubt. And of course, like I said, undefeated in the group stages. A lot of things went right for you in this tournament. What are the biggest positives for you as a skipper from this tournament?
I think overall, I'm very satisfied with the young guys. They bowl really well throughout the tournament, and few of them they batted really well during this league. So I'm very satisfied.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to keep you too long. Once again, commiserations, but well done on finishing as runners-up in this tournament.
Thank you.
Jamie, the winning captain, if you could please join me up here. Jamie, I mean, that was probably one of the best bowling displays, if not the single best bowling display in the tournament so far. Just walk me through that first innings and your thoughts on that bowling performance.
When we won the toss, I mean, we knew straight away it was going to be quite tough with the shorter boundary, but the bowlers were fantastic. I thought we fielded really, really well, and to keep them down to 109, we thought that was under par, and I couldn't really have asked for any more from our bowlers there.
And with the bat, of course, you were 39 for 3 at one point. Yeah. Was there a deliberate attempt to play out overs from someone like a Yasim Murtaza?
No, we've got a lot of positive batters at the top, and I think that the plan was to not be 30 for 3 in the power play, but in the end it was Baba and Simo batted really well, really professionally at the end to see us through.
And a similar question for you, what are the biggest positives for you as a skipper coming out of this tournament?
I think, to be honest, it's been some of the manners of the victories. We've won pretty convincingly in the last 4 games, and it's been good that we've had a top order batsman there throughout the innings, which was maybe missing in our last couple of seasons. So the bowling's always been really, really good, and I think it was even better that we've had the batters step up to the mark this year as well.
Without a doubt, the 2 best teams made it into the final today, and the better team on the day won. Congratulations so much. I'm going to ask you to stay up here, and in fact, I'm also going to invite the chairman of CHK, Mr. Burji Shroff, to please come up here. And Mr. Shroff will be presenting the trophy to the winning team. KCC, come on up, join your skipper, and accept this trophy of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. I'm actually going to cut out of the frame now. And Burji, if you could please present the trophy to Jamie Atkinson. And there you have it. Your champions of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League, KCC. And there you have it. That's the end of our broadcast. Don't forget to join us starting Thursday for the All-Star Series. On Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's Jay Dansagani signing off.